like I was a fiend.
I can only speak for me cause I'm locked in. Waiting for that rudder come to drop in. If you gon' be saved, ain't no stopping. But you can call me a top, I'm in the top 10. Preacher cry loud like a cymbal. Gotta let that weight in the single. At the end, Lala sin with that bingo. But then you can find with my kinfolk.
Let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, let it go, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, you can find me at the sun again. To the day I go to be with the sun again. I will done shine, so gonna run again. You can't comprehend them out, so you dumb again. The way of y'all sinning God just like refuge. But you're on the outside like some refuse. If I had your spot, I'd be pressed too. You an experiment, nothing but a test too. And if you Christian, you irrelevant. Don't give a F about your Jesus like you celibate. You try to hold us captive, but them change rent. Preacher teachers that own it, no time to change rent. You don't agree with a mouse, so we can walk together. I'll be with the Yahoo Dame, you can check my schedule. If you ain't hear me, you can play that back. But let me take a time to tell you where I be at. Kamashi, Shabayi, at least 3 of the Muhadi. The synagogue is where I be. Don't call my phone, don't bother me. Kamashi, Shabayi, at least 3 of the Muhadi. The synagogue is where I be. Don't call my phone, don't bother me. Let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, let it go, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, tryna get that roof up, let it go, let it go. Kamashi, Shabayi, at least 3 of the Muhadi. The synagogue is where I be. Don't call my phone, don't bother me. Kamashi, Shabayi, at least 3 of the Muhadi. The synagogue is where I be. Don't call my phone, don't bother me. Trouble in your way, feeling like you can't make it. Put your trust in Yahuwah and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come for the day after the night. Put your trust in Yahuwah and it'll be alright. Trouble in your way, feeling like you can't make it. Put your trust in Yahuwah and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come but the day after the night. Put your trust in Yahuwah and it'll be alright. Sometimes when you're going through, yeah, it's gonna be some pain. But if you gonna grow, you gonna need sunshine and rain. So whenever you going through, yeah, I know it might get hard, but all you gotta do is put your trust in God. Alright, alright, sing it with me, y'all. Everything will be alright. Sing it with me, y'all. If you know, it's gotta be, yeah. Sometimes when you're going through, yeah, it's gonna be some pain, but if you're gonna grow, you're gonna need sunshine and rain. Whenever you're going through, yeah, I know it might get hard, but I tell you all you gotta do is put your trust in God. Yeah, oh, put your trust in Him. Trust in Him. I said I know all you gotta do. Put your trust. Yeah, put your trust in Him. Trust in Him. And I know that it's gonna be alright. exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come, the day after the night. Put your trust in Yahuwah, and it'll be alright. Trouble in your way, feeling like you can make it. Put your trust in Yahuwah, and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come, but the day after the night. Put your trust in Yahuwah, and it'll be alright.
Sometimes when you're going through, yeah, there's gonna be some pain. But if you're gonna grow, you're gonna need sunshine and rain. So whenever you're going through, yeah, I know it might get hard, but all you gotta do is put your trust in Yah. Sing, I know all you gotta do. Yeah, put your trust in Him. And I know that it's gonna be alright. That it's gonna be alright. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your word, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, cause you're my day one homie. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your word, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, cause you're my day one homie. From day one, all you shown was consistency. Still trying to figure out what made you consider me. Without you, I know I wouldn't make it. Everybody knows, so ain't no point in trying to fake it. Let me be clear why I'm saying this. If you don't understand what I'm saying is, Yahushua is the door, the approval I'm fighting for. But more than friend, cause this is a relationship. FG, you're right on the ship, you gon' be sinking. We done all been a lot of things, but you make you transition. The bark of a cricket lob, it's time to change your thinking. In the time of an eye twinkle, just like if you were blinking. If you need Yahushua, help me say yeah. If you need a friend, help me say yeah, yeah. If you need Yahushua, help me say yeah. If you need a friend, help me say yeah, yeah. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your word, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, but you're my day one homie. The way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your word, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, cause you're my day one homie. When I should've been dead and gone alone with Lynn, Yahushua HaMashiach was the man that he sent. They hung him up high and his clothes was rent. You can ask for dispensation, Kim will tell you it's spent. What greater how have a man than this? I'm not ashamed to be a Naki, but call me your friend. Only one way to Yah, and that way is Him. Dexter tried to tell us all it's all about the thing. When there's problems with my wife, I can count on you. In that time I need advice, I can count on you. Anything that come with life, I can count on you. I know I will be alright, 'cause I can count on you. When there's problems with my wife, I can count on you. Anytime I need advice,
I can count on you.
anything that come with life,
I can count on you.
I know I will be alright.
'Cause I can count on you.
It's the way that you told me
You won't always be there for me.
it's more than just your
Because
word.
you constantly show me.
You're closer than a brother.
I believe it 'cause you told me.
Not enough to call you
You're
friend.
my day one homie.
It's the way that you told me
You won't always be there for me.
it's more than just your
Because you
word.
constantly show me.
You're closer than a
I
brother.
believe it 'cause you told me.
Not enough to call you
You're
friend.
my day one homie. Homie, homie.
Back with another one.
No weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time. No weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time. The weapons of our warfare not carnal but strong through Elohim, to pulling down strongholds like Shimshon with Philistines. Through Yahuwah I'm rich, but they wanna take my wealth. So as I did time before, I gotta go and shake myself. You think his strength came from his head, you only scratch the surface. You see it came through his obedience if you stop and focus. I didn't get this on my own, this ain't no boast to me. Get you with each one of your eyes and tell me what you see. Yeah, I may tote a pistol, but I got artillery armed with the same mind as other each of Elohim. We all got this thing comfort, that comfort kiss the big whatsoever need. Cause time before my learning, yes I'm learning that the scripture ain't just made for me to quote them, but it gotta be inside like DNA, so I'm encoding. So when my youth come to finally stop and take my death, I can hear you who will say, well done soldier, take your rest. No weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time.
No weapon formed against me, you prosper. And I ain't talking 9 milli over literal chopper. Nigga, just stop it. Yo, Hootie, the dream team. He want me kicked off the roster. That's Satan, the great dragon. I gotta go kill this monster. Cause me and him be battling. Try and get in my conscience and turn me away from y'all. To say his mission accomplished. Cause this time is running short here. And I know we getting more scared. So I fight his demons with obedience and more prayer. Still I keep the sword near, right along with that armor. But I know my weapons are gonna be carnal to win this warfare. They mighty through Yahuwah, cause in the end, I look to be with him. A trip way better than Hawaii and Aruba. Imagine you staring down the barrel, right up on your shooter. Delete you using a finger, like he typing on computers. Kill you in cold blood that you die. But in the future, the heritage of his people will rise up to see your
No
shine.
weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time. No weapon formed against me should prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who the day is my time. Today is my time. Pray my soul go with him, today is my time. Today is my time. Say you Hoosiers on the main line. Tell them what you want. I say you Hoosiers on the main line. Tell them what you want.
Yahusha's on the main line, so call him up. Jack on this long distance, so you best make sure you got enough. So your call won't get declined, you won't get a second time. There's a lot of folks that's waiting, I suggest you get in line. Look, you sitting there's not enough. Why you keep standing like this when they mad enough? He gon' bring you up as soon as he mad enough. But you think this is the game, so keep laughing, huh? I can only speak for me, cause I don't know nothing about y'all. But But I gotta make sure I live circumspect so I can answer when he calls. If there's problems in your marriage, you can call him up. Whether you're going through right now or had to give him up. And if there's problems in your finances, just call him up. Cause if he can give you shamayim, then surely money is an easy thing. Yahusha's on the main line. So no matter what your problem is, could be your family, could be your health, but all your healing is in him. But make sure before you call that your lifestyle is in check. Cause if not, when you make that call, he gon' hit reject.
Hey, Yahusha's on the main line. Tell him what you want. I said Yahusha's on the main line. Tell him what you want. Yahusha's on the main line. Tell him what you want. I said Yahusha's on the main line. Tell him what you want.
Yahusha on the main line, call him up, tell him what you want. Is it that Ruach HaKodesh? Bless you, go and tell him up front, cause he ain't got time for the games and shit. He looking for a marriage, not a fling, it's a relationship. The road to Qatar is broad but narrow, is that way to him. So you ought to be careful choosing sides and know what lane you pick. You in the HOP, I'm in the right, maintaining speed. No cocaine and weed, amazingly how we were chose before the Arabs became the beat. So if I take the lead, it wasn't I, it was ordained by he. Don't be mad, it gotta just be the way it is. Say la vie, wait and see on how this tree will grow. My Aki be patient. He called me out of the soil and I rose up to the occasion. Chosen out of the nations, Yahuwah mold us and made us to cry out and call.
Woo! All right, too to be here. Everybody all right? All right, too to be alive by the corner of Yahuwah. Yeah, that right? Sparing our Kai. Give us opportunity to get this thing right. As y'all can see, the world is ending on us. Every room, he allowing us to see where we're going. They can cut the air down. You hot? You probably need to take off some belly. They cut the air up just a little bit. It's a little chilly on them. They'll get it right. Y'all all right? I don't know how that man sitting there with a fan and he cold. I mean hot. You hot too? Menopause. Who else we got? I can diagnose everybody. That's all that pork that man ate, his blood pressure high. Ain't that right? I mean, you might not be putting on kids, at least get to have the fun. That's all I like. I like my wife, that menopause good. I just want to have fun. Ain't that right? I ain't trying to get no more children. Ain't that right? Ah! Oh, y'all don't want the truth, huh? Am I playing out there too? That's why I hear that. Okay. I will let them sound the Kartosa Ra. I'm trying to. Ooh, rough. Ain't it rough, ain't it? Everybody all right? All right, we trying to make sure we make provision. That's why we're here. Make sure when the soon coming Malak come back here, we'll be ready to go with him. Ain't that right? Mac, why you ain't wear one of them outfits you wore without trying to get one of them Mexican girls? Why you ain't wear that? I said, why you ain't wear that outfit you wore without trying to pick up one of them Mexican women? That's what I'm talking about. I was like, he around there looking, walking around with a taco, so all I need is something. Walk around the empty shells, all I need is a little Mexican girl to go in between them. Ain't that right? You got to use whatever line work these days. Ain't that right? Well, it's rough out here. So what's going on with y'all today? Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Good. I don't know. Y'all look kind of, I don't know. I know one thing, though. We definitely got to make sure we get it right. I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all watch the news, but they ain't getting no better. Every day you look at the news, it's only getting worse out here. And it's been a time for Our people to look at getting it right. That's our people globe the world. All of us connect to each other regardless of color. Get the color scheme out of the way. It's unfortunate color come in and make the divide. Language barriers, all these things we use is just bring in the racism divide among everybody part of the human race. Don't matter about the color. It's just unfortunate we've been pushed to that, that fight. The plight now is against the age. Everybody trying to outcompete each other. Everybody trying to be the best. It's impossible for everybody to be the best. Just do what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you do what you do, I mean, the work there, it's just done. It don't make no difference about they cheat, lie, everything they can, and try to manipulate other folk, cause wars and steal from each other. I'd rather win some honest. I mean, think about it. You only won because you cheat. I remember watching wrestling years ago. I remember they let a guy win or something. He'll like pull somebody's pants and hit the guy, knock him out. And then the ref turn don't see it, and he jump up there. Like, but everybody seen you cheat. You was a kid, you're like, but everybody seen you cheat. You didn't really win. And he jump around like, yeah, I'm defending this belt. And you're like, you didn't defend no belt, you just cheated. And everybody seen you. I guess that's why the world in the condition is saying now. Look at the two competitors, two top competitors, both cheats. Trump and Dump. Biden. I mean, it hurts you. The fact that nobody feels a need to just be honest. Just do something right. You know what I'm saying? Just why? Why you just gotta do something wrong? Why you just gotta do? It just irritates. And the victims are who? Us. We the victims. All these people bad, piss poor decision. We the victims, And for me, I just wanted to win the citizens. Every race sat down and realized all of us been duped. The white race been duped. We've been duped. The Asian nation, the Indian nation, all these world leaders, everybody looking like they the one for calm, for peace, reconstruction. None of these leaders are about the people. It's not hard. If you're about the people, it's not hard. Make it about the people then. Fix the city. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They got their part. They'll show you their wealth. But what about the people that's impoverished? What about the people that's starving? Well, they say they people just get, it just hurts you. Old people don't stand a chance. I know when I get old, I'm going to start robbing. I ain't going to be able to go fast. I'm going to have to. I ain't going to give me nothing. But I'm hoping some police going to look and say, man, you old. Man, go on home. I ain't going to go home and go back to robbing. You be like, man, didn't I tell you to go home? Be like, that was you? Send somebody up next time. I mean, listen, eat the book. It's bad. I'm telling y'all something. Y'all young people now, the ones y'all here still out here, y'all don't realize, shoot, but it's going to be rough on y'all. Go ahead and let your youth make a fool out of y'all. Man, nobody going to do nothing for you out here. Go on. Listen, I don't know how these people doing. Nobody cares about you. It's too much. That nursing home stuff don't work. Nobody cares. Nobody getting you out no nursing home. None of that homeless stuff don't work, man. Nobody stop getting no homeless person, put them in their car and drive them home and clean them up. That stuff is a movie. Trading Places is a movie. They think somebody gonna pick them up, clean them up, and let them run a company, $1 billion corporation. No, listen. If you out there, that's your problem, your fault. Everything is your fault. Even though you could be a victim of circumstance, you could have early dementia. Anything, you have health issues that don't allow you to be able to work, perform, and you wind up, you think about that, people that were homeless used to live in a home. That's why they call homeless. They used to be home full. Right, they were home full. Think about it, you transition to, I live in a home, a house, or something with someone else or myself, I have my own, till I'm on the street, I don't have a vehicle, I push a buggy. Everything I have is in this buggy or on my back. Think of where your mental has to be. And I say that because I think a lot of times, I started sending Yun Palau out couples. I know some of y'all don't listen. Don't worry about it. I don't look for all of y'all do what y'all supposed to do. Just being honest. It depends on where you at in life. You live long enough, you start to take stuff a whole lot more serious. And I take everything that man do me a whole lot more serious. Because I'm waking up in the bed in the morning, I don't know where I wake up. When this thing end tomorrow, yes, y'all can hear me? The chain? Throw the mic away? That's what I thought I heard. But y'all wear these flip-flops, don't they? They don't have no name on them, that's why they comfortable. I got Adidas, clock, them Adidas hurt so bad. I said, man, them things hurt so bad, man, you still them things. Anybody got them things? Them things had your foot like, oh, I said, I don't know how people walk on them. Them things stick through the bottom of your foot so bad. You're like, whoo, these things hurt. Who came up with this stupid stuff? Kind of like them, what them Reeboks they had? Which one they had? Had that little zigzag. Man, that thing had your light going so crooked. Them ain't good. They was a good look. Everybody had them too, didn't it? Them little foot shoes with 2 toes fit in 1 hole. All that stuff are fat. You seen folks, you said I'm comfortable. Oh yeah. I'm like, one of your toes missing. They said, no, I got 2 of them in 1 hole. I said, it's kind of gay what you're doing with your toes, ain't it? But if you good with it now, I like to spread mine a little bit. I don't like my toes all like this here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like they don't suck the lemon. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't try to keep even your body part from being too sexual with each other. It's just bad, man. Society's just in a bad place. And I say that to say, listen, if y'all not grateful for what you got where you at, you need to consider. Because I tell you what, man, that man got a place he'll put you in, man, you can't get out of. This man got some people listen, he can harden the laws, the hearts of people around you. But man, you can't get no peace. You can't get no solace. You can't get no help. I'm telling y'all, he talking about, what I think of. No, Rod, he keep up with ring. That was put on about that somebody got killed up in the gas station. Yeah, I try to look at my ring too much. I don't want to see my neighbor. But anyway, you know, one of my neighbors down the street walk around there, drawers and an army hat and some boots. I don't be want to see hey. I mean, I want to see my neighbor. So I try not, you know what I'm saying? I just start. When that ring, it says certain area, I don't even look. I don't know what the day is for hell. You know what I'm saying? My neighbor. I don't want to call the neighbor name. Y'all don't know him. But yeah, my neighbor, man, used to sit out there cutting the grass, man, with a G-string on and some army boots and an army helmet and yelling, sweating. I just ripped the wires out of that one. I don't even want to see that camera. It's defiled. I don't even want to see it no more. But let that stay between me and my neighbor. Y'all do that. But anyway, back we were talking about, y'all need to be grateful. Boy, you don't know what that man let you say. Look at that young man. Went to a gas station, lost his life, somebody carjacked. I done rolled by that gas station. I've been in that gas station one time before. Really nice gas station, nice little area right there too. Never would have expected that. But see, people be thinking, oh, it's the rough area. These people kill you. I ain't nowhere safe. It used to be a time where certain areas were better. Listen, crime, people hurting. If you hurting, you ain't the only person. Everybody hurting. And when people hurting, people make irrational decisions. And it'll cost you everything you need to consider. Let me tell you something. Before you start that mumbling and grumbling, you need to really sit down and think about where you at and what you got. Because I'm telling you, I know some of y'all, well, I ain't got nothing. That's why he said I ain't got, listen, I guarantee you can have less than what you got. You ain't seen nothing, you got double nothing. Double nothing will really hurt you. Like, you already, but you got double nothing. If you got something that bad, you get something, you still be broke. Isn't that right? You still down. Listen, man, that man will put you in a situation, man, where you can't get out. And the fact that he favor you, you know, you might not consider it, man. This salvation thing, ever since we, you know, kind of stumbled across talking about that favor, I really reconsider some things. And then I want to, there's some people I want them folk to burn in hell and him not repent. I moved from that. I don't subscribe to that. For nobody, I don't subscribe to that. I'm good. Because once you really, let me tell you something. Yeah, I had to get close and talk. Get closer. You really have to think back over your time, and it's maturing. It's me changing too. Maturing. A lot of times you do stuff, and you've done stuff, and you know, at the time it seemed feasible, but as you mature and you really learn and you consider, you should change. And I've changed from some of the way I've looked at things, and some of the things I subscribe to. I'm not interested in nobody burning. That's his decision. I'm just concerned on making sure I don't burn and who he set me over. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about him. I want to see him give somebody else con that I receive. It ain't no good if I'm the only one got it. I want other people to appreciate him for who he is, because it make me appreciate him more for who he is, for the fact that he'll let you keep going and don't cut you off. And sometimes, you know, you'll look at other people when you hurt or upset or angry because somebody done something to you. You know what you come back and settle? Have you ever done anything to anybody? What if he answered they polite? What if somebody got something in on you that you burn and you don't repent and he hear them? I don't subscribe to it no more. I just rather just do the work, let everything prove itself out. I just rather do the work, let everything prove itself. Cause whatever ain't right, he gonna get it. And everybody ain't in the same place at the same time. I told y'all about years ago, I remember when, one guy I knew in particular when he came out from the street with us drinking and all, and you know, he used to mess with him and put that beer in for us. So you don't want to get a beer, you know, mess with him. I never bought him one. I just sat back and watched. I just looked over his time. He tried to get me to come. I went. I listened, but I couldn't hear a word. I couldn't remember one thing came out that man's mouth. It one time, so I couldn't hear it. And but think if they'd have counted me out then. What that man, you know, he'd have had just say, you know what? You doomed to burn forever. You ain't gonna be saved. Sometimes it's just time. You know, it take enough situation, it take enough thing to happen in your life to spark you to realize how serious and how severe this man can be to you. And when you consider where you at versus where you should be for people who've done less than you. You know, that's the thing about, he'll let you know people who've done less than you, who've gotten a whole lot more punishment than you've gotten. And it humbles me. It humbles me to be him. And I don't want to forget that. I'm not here because of my Sadiq. I'm here because the man had favor on me. You know, he pitied me enough to give me an opportunity, and I guess he realized at a point, if that man just see himself for who he was and what he done and where he shouldn't be, that man will know how to serve me. But if I'd have seen him another way, I'd play around with it a little bit. I'll gamble. Give me a couple of dice and see how they roll. You know what I'm saying? But no, I can't gamble. I did enough. I done seen how it roll. I've done enough. And I've done enough to where, you know, I need to, I appreciate him more, you know, for what he has done. And even for just moving me to that mindset. Because sometimes, you know, and religion is dangerous. Because religion can send you and kind of invoke you off on a rage or invoke you off on a way that where, you know, it's like, wow. You can miss the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. You can be living right, but you can get off in your mindset to where you really become ineffective. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I don't want to do. I want to be effective in what I do, and I want people to look. I want people to consider for themselves. You know, weigh where you're at, and then consider what he's doing. Consider the opportunity. That's what this gives us an opportunity when we look at it. We get an opportunity to look at people that's gone before. We'll call them forerunners. And these people have gone the path before, and they set, you know, different milestones, whether failure or completion. And you got opportunity to choose which lane you're going to stay in. You follow the person that started out running good, and they just flopped. You follow the person that flopped and got it together and kept going. You know what I'm saying? You follow some people who never even attempted. You know, it just wasn't for them. But the end becomes the same. You know what I'm saying? It's only two ways. It don't matter. You know, I ran a long time. One day I stopped. One day you stopped, you never ran. And I like the way, you know, like we different. If we pretty much look at it, we stop at a certain point, you know, they say, go back and start right there. Not start back over. With him, he like, go back and do your first work. You're like, huh? I got to go back and do your first works over. Do it all over. And that's the thing. And it works because you can just start back where you stop. You can go and play a while and say, I'm pretty far up the road. I'll come back and start. Ain't like I got to go all the way back at the, you know, at the starting point, but you do with him. Because now we got to almost like recreate. You know what I'm saying? Recreate because we lost something. And I appreciate everything this man do. Got a heart. Woo. Woo, I just appreciate him. And I want other people to see him for what he really is and who he is. Sometimes people will put him in a bad light. You know, without argument, you know, we know he'll destroy you. We know without, you know, argument, he's a killer. He's a wounder. But he's a forgiver. If a person understands the law, he'll forgive you. You're going to still have to weigh what you've done now. You're going to still have to pay for what you've done. It ain't forgive without consequences. It's just the fact that, you know, even in his chastisement, because when you consider, I'd rather be chastised by you than be killed. Any day of the week, chastise me, don't kill me. Don't cut me off. You know what I'm saying? In your indignation, in your anger, don't cut me off. You know what I'm saying? So he's giving us a space, but you can't take this mankind for something that he'll just keep giving it. You know, when you come into the knowledge of, you got to understand, you got to accept and consider. I make a choice, it could be a deadly choice for me. I make a choice, it could be everything over with for me. He can, and the thing is, he can let you go and you prosper. He can let you go and say, get a call and say, man, you just got a $5 million check. He said, I want you to get in the cashier. I'm going to take everything from you. I'm going to let you go and I'm going to let you bill. And when you get through and you bill and you think you're going to sit down and you be satisfied, I'm going to tear everything you got down. And that's the thing you don't want to, that's why you don't want to play with him. Because you don't know how he going to reward you back. You don't know when he going to reward you back. You don't know if he say, you know, I'll let you go and I'll market it, though it never happened with you. So I appreciate that fact. He gives you that mindset to consider. I just don't want to make no more mistakes. I just don't want to do nothing anger a man like that because I don't know when. I don't know when you coming back. I don't know when you're going to cut me off and say, I let you reign in vain. But the fact that he gives us an intelligence and an understanding to sit down to consider, I'm grateful. Because a lot of things I never consider, and a lot of times you don't until he gives it to you. You don't realize what you don't know till he let you know something. It's stuff you say, that just makes so much sense. You don't believe it. He said, it's always made sense. But because of when I say you mean, because of where you was and what you're trying to do, it's hard to see him. Because you're trying to still do what you do and still work within a confine to feel like you're still working toward him. He's like, you weren't working toward me. You were working against yourself. And I appreciate, him, giving the mind, the humility to be able to say, I can move from that. I can move. A lot of stuff I hated, folks, I ain't got that fight no more. Man, this him. I can't afford to mess around and we don't make it in. We don't. Y'all count on me? I ain't gonna let you down. Much he get, I ain't gonna let you down. Ain't nothing that nobody got him more important to make sure, man, we gotta get this thing right. I made a lot of bad decisions in my life, And I don't know how to even be, what you call kata. But because you've done so much, you stayed so long, you played so long, you make you suffer. That's why I try to tell you, especially like young people try to get them to realize, I know y'all look at call out, and I do because I care about y'all. Man, you got some big ears. But I hug y'all kids. You probably heard it before I said it. But, that's the thing. Did I tell you something you didn't already know? You know the nigga. No. You heard it before then. Oh man, no, that's a whole nother subject. We had 3 seats, 2 of them, one of them, these 2 got it. Prince, who want Prince's seat? We're gonna There's a lot of folks fighting that say, Prince, I want to get it to you, but you messed up with the sons. Hold on, let's do that. Let's be fair. How can we do that be fair? We need 2 winners. Let's add 2 anonymous people. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick 2 people out of nowhere. Bryce and Austin. Should I let her have her seat or get her seat away? See, all we needed one more. He said, one said you never had it. What you say? That's a fight right there if I heard it. But I like it though. I like that anger. Well, but no, we sure gotta work to make sure though, y'all. I know we laugh, we have fun. And life shouldn't be so hard up on you. You shouldn't have to live so balled up and so angry. And so you shouldn't have to. And I'm learning more, and I'm really trying to get more into the acceptance of what your will is. What your will is. Because a lot of times you can fight against some things, and some things can work out for you, but had we let it work the way he wanted it to work, it really would have worked out better. See, we look at things, we look at like, say, if I'm looking to get this one particular job will really put me in a really good place. This is hypothetical, but if I had it, but just say this would really change things for me and open some doors. But what if it did and it opened up some doors to where I couldn't make it in? Sometimes I just use that illustration for all of us. Sometimes things we want, it could be, it could be just anything we might want. Maybe a relationship. You just never know. Versus what is your will for me? Because think about it. I pray and I ask for things, pull out. Is it something he don't know I need before I ask? Because he said, yeah, I already know you have need of it. Think about it. And this is me thinking now. So when I'm asking, typically, and I try not to ask for nothing. I really do. I try not to ask for nothing anyway. I don't pray over businesses or nothing. I don't worry about that. Let that do what it do. Because I had to stay more focused on, I know this is more important, what we do and what we're trying to achieve. But just say if I got something that I'm looking for and I become desirous and I'm applying for him to open that for me and give it to me, then I find out that really wasn't the best thing for me. But that's what you wanted. And it could be something that pulled me away. So a lot of times we might say, this will really benefit, this will help everybody. And we might say just because it'll help us, sometimes it won't be the best thing for you. When I say you, me, individual. See, he had to look at the fold. See, what I appreciate about Yahuwah, he wouldn't do just, Cam, you said, just say it's something that can work out for all of us, but it'll really impact to hurt him. He'll look at that. He won't look at, well, how we do. Well, be honest, that's on Cam. If everybody else can benefit. That's how we pretty much, what we say, we do a vote in here, what we going to go with? Well, if all of us will be good, but except him. That's something he had to weigh. Because what we want and what we're desired, he wanted for Cam too. If his will that all of us be saved, why would he want it for Cam? So sometimes he could make a decision on that wouldn't be best because of what it could do for somebody else. It could put somebody else out. See, when we pull out, we ask him, I pull out always for all of us that we'll be saved. So sometimes when we make decisions on other things, it could be a business decision, whatever it might be, he's like, that can impact it where you ask me, I'm working for y'all to be, but if you get that, somebody ain't gonna be saved. And we can't see that picture. All we see is the picture of right now. Right now. But he's looking at, I could do that. But this one, it ain't gonna work out for you the way you're thinking. A lot of times we've sought after things and we've done things, but we really haven't weighed the matter of, is that gonna really be the best thing? And that's some things that take maturing to do. When you start seeing things, you get things, you start looking at, if I had that to do over, I would have done it differently. But you need that. So they kind of teach you when you look and you ask for things, you be real careful what you ask for. Because he can give it to you. Remember, they pulled out one time for meat. And y'all know what who don't know what he did? Everybody knows. Nobody, only one person didn't know what he did. He reined it in until they were full. So till it started coming out their nose, till they started vomiting it. Because he was sick. Yeah, listen, they didn't want it no more. It disgusted them. And he said while it was in their mouth, he said he got hot with them. Because they had been eating lacum so long. And they just like, man, we need some meat. Man, I need some meat. He was good with them when they ate the lacum. But when they got the meat, he got angry with them. He got to the fifth power pissed with them. Because then it got to a point they ate till they was sick and they looked like, we hate it. We sick of it. But at the time, they wanted something they didn't have. And later looked at, when I gave it to you, it put you in a really bad position for me. So what you asked for when I gave it to you, it was that the best thing for you. But I gave it to you so you'll see everything you want ain't good for. It's like a kid. As you're finna go to sleep, he asked you for 2 banana splits and a honey bun. What's wrong with banana split? What's wrong with a honey bun? But he finna go to bed. What y'all thinking? Now he gonna hate him because he want that them 2 banana split and honey bun. It's not good for you. That thing had you up all night. That thing had you sick all over the place. And see, that's what he look at. With us being children, Benin, a lot of times we want things, you want them for the wrong reason or for a different. Yes, it's good. It can be good for you, but it can also come back, it can hurt you. And that's what I'm working on, and I appreciate him giving me to just consider. Just consider, if I don't give you something, quit always taking it, he gonna damn me. Since how some of like kids do, how we do, you don't let you go somewhere. You don't never let me go nowhere, you hate me. How we get down? You ain't never been nowhere in your life. Come, how many of y'all have done it before? And when you pull it, was that the truth? It was because that situation. Let's block out everything we ever got. Let's block out every time we did get a yes. Cause now, cause I ain't get this, I got this fat no. You ain't never like me. You like somebody else, you like one of the brothers or sister better. You hate me. I just want to die now. I don't never get nothing I ask for. So you telling me now, this one time, you never got nothing? I know I did that too. And we'll try to pull that stuff with him. He already know. And we turned the air back on. That heat done. Did we cut the heat on? I know I said cut it down some, but the AC, we cut the heat on. There ain't no AC. Where's it blowing back down? Where is it blowing at? Down the street? Well. Man, y'all, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some cardboard and focus them toward this way right here so I can feel them or something. That's what I make sure you get a check. It's like since I got 2 white members, it's like it's been a lot of problems lately. Let me ask the member, who is the best white member? Y'all too turned, y'all too close, y'all can't see. I'm just gonna call names. All right, if I'm gonna call and see. Chris, you peeking. How many of y'all say Chris the better white member? All right. How many of y'all say Justin the best white member? Y'all don't say. How you ain't in that 450 bone? What you did, Justin? For you and Chris, put one for Chris too. Yeah. Look for all. Well, you see the most checks. He's somewhere now. I don't even think hitting now. It's some more up there. He at the top. All them across the top from you. That's what I said. Has he helped the white race? I know it. Has he helped the white race or hurt the white race? Very tight. We don't visually express business. He said, yeah, he said, that's true. He said, y'all, they don't usually put their business in public. They ain't like us. They don't go make no YouTube money. They do it in private. They'll have a white man they have one of them sit down and have one of them brunches. They used to have a shootout. White folks sit down and have brunch. They'll have a summit. Yeah. So, we're saying I do want us to get better in every aspect. This salvation thing is so important to us, above everything. And I want all of us to really make sure we focal in on making sure that's our desire above anything else. Whatever ain't right, he gonna write it. That's his whole purpose when he come back here. It's a stuff we ain't gonna get right with people. Don't even worry about it. That's why I said much as you can in you. It ain't in you. Don't waste your time with them. I done did all I can do with you. I'm not moving no further on that. But make no mistake, when he get back here, he gonna right every wrong. He said every crook path, he gonna be made straight. Man, every hill, listen, every hill, he said, I'm gonna bring it down. Y'all hear me? Every valley, he said, I'm gonna exalt it. He said, I'm gonna put everything on one even playing field. Make no mistake. All these dips and all, he said, I'm gonna exalt that. Everything high, I'm bringing it down. Y'all hear me? That's the man ain't gonna have but one way at the end of the day. It ain't our end to try to make people to do or try to force people into whatever it is you do or what we do, we believe. Let somebody else fight. I ain't got to fight. My end is make sure I get it right. Make sure we get it right. I ain't trying to run all over the land and make nobody do nothing. Do what you want to do at the end of the day. This is what I'm comfortable. I'm good with the word and what he's mandated for us to do. Y'all got, for me, I'm good with it. Somebody in a different place. When I was in a different place, I was able to do what I wanted. Nobody came in there and snatched no beer and knocked no cigarettes out of my hand. That's my choice. And when I got ready, when he saw time and he allowed things to fall, guess what? I came on in. It'll be the same for some other. Now, there'll be some that will choose to keep playing. That's where you at. End of the day, you can't get mad with nobody. Listen, that's where you at. This is life. That's the good thing about it. If you want to be homosexual, there are people that have converted from homosexuality because eventually you get tired of things and you realize it's not working. And until that hits, you can't make nobody do nothing. They're like a rehab. How many rehab centers y'all see out there on the street grabbing people up trying to make them get an alcoholic? They don't bother them people. You come see them. And they'll tell you sat down there and say, introduce, what's your name? My name Ken. Well, I came because Leon and Janae them were here. I was here with them. I ain't gonna be able to help you. Because he don't want to admit he got a problem. He's saying he here with somebody that say, look at, this ain't for you. Until you witness them and say, my name is Tony Smith, whatever your name is, I have a drinking problem. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever your problem is, Haywood, just throwing the name out there. I smoke crack, mama. Whoever you are, you know, when you do it, that's where you at. Then you tired, you ready to confess it because you ready to get rid of it so you can move on. And other people got to get that, listen, that same intuition got to hit them, that same move got to hit them. I can't stress this enough. You have to be tired. Nobody, ain't no, my wife said she gonna leave me. I can't even use you. And what I'm gonna do with you? So you good or she'll stay. You know how some people say that? Some people out there come about to lose my job. So if you kept your job, you'd be okay. It really comes down to you being honest with yourself. You can't lie to yourself for so long. Everybody. You can't lie to yourself. Don't worry about, I'm going to get up, people, I'm going to be exposed, and people going to see I'm fake. People going to see, you ain't going to believe it. People fake. People not real. People pretenders. People are pretending, I have no fear. I'm scared of nothing. What did they just say? I'm scared of everything. If a leaf move and ain't even there, I'm going to start hollering and screaming. And they only told you that because they needed you to feel like they weren't afraid. Okay? Stop believing these people, okay? Just stop it. You're human. You are afraid. You have fears. You have fears of being alone. You have phobias. You have everything that every other person has. People just like to lie to themselves. People just like to lie to themselves. You'd be surprised why people do the things they do. It ain't because they give them alternative, because they're afraid. So they have to find somewhere they can shelter, they can hide themselves at. They have to do things to try to mask themselves so people don't see. Everybody has fears. Y'all think I have fears? I'm a human being. Why wouldn't I have them? You're a human being. Why wouldn't you have them? That's crazy. Somebody tell me they don't have no fears in that. I don't even want to talk to you because you just told me a flat lie. Why got somebody say, oh man, you shocked. I thought you weren't scared of nothing. No good way. You tell me ain't nothing ever made you jump, nothing. Come on, stop it. We all got fear. They don't just jump. They jump because they was afraid something was going to happen to them. Everybody is. This is life. It's good when it's good. When it get rough, you got to know how to ride the waves. That's what people crash at. They don't know how to ride the waves with life. You got to accept it on every end. Just like when you accept Yahuwah. I kill, I make alive. I give you life as good. If I take your mama, now all of a sudden I'm the devil. Ain't nothing but Satan did this. Man, I said, wow, that's tight. Especially when I told you I kill and I make alive. I wound. Look at him. Satan done came here and broke my leg. Old Slewfoot, he ain't like how I was walking. And you know what, I know we laugh, how he looking at it when I told you this? How did you go and say Satan did that? He can't do nothing I don't allow. Instead of me considering, this man let this happen to me to do what? For me to consider. It ain't got to be something wrong, but you know what that might be because? I'm trying to stop you for some wrong get done. And the first thing I'm doing, look at that, y'all, I'm standing. God got me. Old Satan done came, tried to break my leg. Get thee behind me. The man saying like, where you getting this from? Where y'all read in the book Satan broke somebody's leg? None of this stuff people recite, you never read it. But we so quick to throw it because no one wants to accept him in his full totality. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he said, I'm all this. He said, when I give you the law, a man that doth these things, I broke the law. What he said the wages of sin was. So I die, who killed me? I commit sin. Satan. He could have left him in the garden. Because God, she told you who told about it, who told about the tree. She said the serpent deceived her. Why he didn't let her stay and throw the serpent out? You're elected to make a choice. I gave you the information. Y'all think about this. If these people got put out because they're elected to make a choice, and people can look and say she was deceived, they were deceived, but he look at what I told you has to supersede somebody deceiving you. You might deceive me and beat me on some money. You might deceive me and beat me out of a car. You might deceive me and manipulate me out of a business, but you ain't gonna deceive me and make me go and commit no sin. You see what I'm saying? That's what he looked at. That's a difference. I didn't know, I thought you were honest and I gave you some. That's different than you came along and made me do. I already know what the rules are. So when I know what the rules are, it's in my hands. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It's in my hands at that point. And people have to make decisions. So I appreciate the fact he gives us this opportunity to sit down to consider our latter end. Why you on this side? There's a lot of considering, I'm sure, when you hit the grave. I won't know till I get there. I just know why I'm on this side. I want to get it right. That make sense? All right. We try to move forward. We Romans 15:4. All right. I try to be mindful of my time. You who are willing. Come on.
For whatever Nikatab before.
So for whatever was written before.
Nikatab Talamadus.
It was written to teach us.
So that through endurance.
Going through.
And through the Nakum of the Ketubim.
Comfort of the writer.
We might have Tikva.
We might have a cord, an attachment. And that's what we're working toward. Let me see. Let me look at something. Let me look at something. Since I was talking, see if that's Bamad, what they call numbers. Bamad bar. Let's see 22:14. Let me just see what that say. 21. Let's work and see how they work out. All right. You ought to harbor. You ought to harbor. Man, give your life. Guess what? Somebody didn't get up today. Somebody didn't, and they ain't gonna get up. And somebody gonna lay down tonight and get up, and somebody ain't gonna lay down. Man, make you consider your laying down and your getting up. Now, you'd have caught me back when I was a younger man, I wouldn't put a whole lot of listening to what you just said. Because it was a given. You're a young man, you're a kid, young people, these folks don't think, wow. When you think about dying when you was a teenager, well, how many of y'all, when y'all were teenagers, would think about, man, I might lay down and don't wake up in the morning? Two of them right here. That's Jerry, you had yours up? That's tight. Come on, Jerry. That man got a whole album called My Mind's in the Gutter. Come on, man. I ain't gonna. See, y'all, see, I'm gonna tell y'all about all y'all. Y'all fall for anything. Y'all fall for it. The man sat here and told you, and then dropped out of ninth grade and completed and got in, and then I was in a foster care and none of that. The man ain't said nothing about none of this stuff. Jerry, when all this happened, Jerry? It never was a need to say it. To now. And wasn't a need to give you a check to just now. I'm saying, the man's on him. He done miles in the gutter. but I mean, that stuff you don't think about because you take stuff for granted. Think of how much stuff we took. Even in my early 20s, I wasn't thinking about no. I thought about I could get killed going to some stuff I was going to because I was going to do some stuff when we were going to be gun playing. So that kind of stuff had me thinking on, you might not come out of this one. I did some thinking on that, but for that, when that was over, I wasn't thinking about that. It was over with. We were done, so it's back to what it was. I ain't praying when I lay down. I don't pray when I get up. You just keep going. That's a given. You know, naturally, you're going to get up. Why wouldn't you get up? Only people I looked at wasn't getting up was sick people and dead old people. And you know what? He make you come back in your mind and think about, you was a fool. We were fools. Y'all know how many teenagers lay down and don't get up?
Yeah.
Just because we don't know them, we assume it wasn't. And every day young people die. They were dying in our time. The news wasn't as prevalent. Let me say this. We weren't paying attention to it. I ain't watching no news now, no 20s. No, what that boring jump? What? Rain, sleet, snow, what it gonna be? I mean, you look out the door for that. I found out it was gonna rain when I went outside. It was wet. That's how I found out. I never looked at no news. I ain't used to look at no news, did y'all? Especially I had a fresh haircut. It gonna rain on that haircut. I ain't put no hat on it. They had to see that cut. Let that thing drip down. Line tight, paw across. You gotta look at this thing in the rain. Cold freezing. I put a coat on. We not putting no hat on that hair now. But if I could have went back and repeated, I'd have put a hat on. Isn't that right? Hello? So those are the things he make you consider how dangerous, how reckless we all have been. And so my young people, I talk to you guys a lot of times because I just want you to consider, just don't make these mistakes. I know I said, I may sound fun. You said, well, preacher made it, you can do it. It's not a guarantee. Everybody that came along with me didn't make it out.
That's right.
Everybody didn't make it out. Please don't get yourself out here and find out that you're the person that don't make it out. A lot of them. I talked to an old friend. I known him since probably one of my oldest friends. I know him since I was about 6 years old. And just talking about some people, tell about different ones that's dead, Well, he was always a good guy too. Just talking about how many of them, just dead and just gone. He was like, wow. But we still him. He like, I got to come to see you. I'm coming to see you. I was like, okay. Because I never tell my friend to come. I was like, no, I really try to talk around it. I'm like, I ain't interested. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to, because this ain't something you want to do. This ain't church.
That's right.
This ain't come shake my hand and put something out. I rather you keep going because I'm where I'm at and what I'm trying to do. This ain't for everybody. It ain't him. This is anybody. It's so critical that we get this thing right. I look at, you can lose so much time hating and fighting with people. Man, stuff absorb you. Before you know it, you lost out. I can't afford to wind up in some coffin, grave somewhere. And right, man, you lost out. You killed a lot of time. You killed a lot of time not considering the person you've been. You can change all you want, but don't forget the person you were. Then if you made a change, how many of y'all were terrible people? Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Terrible people. I only want people who were terrible people. You ain't gonna believe it. If you did that last minute, come on, Pastor. My pastor said that he waited back, he said, nah, I know, yeah, I be scratching, I'm gonna scratch my head while you putting that check up there, Pastor. How many of that make, Pastor? You gotta find your name again. Them all your checks right now. I know my member be hurt. They see my name up that many check. That thing hurt me when I see not my pastor. You know what I'm saying? My pastor. Listen, this is 22:14. Listen.
The Sarim of Moab come and went to Balak and said, Balaam refused to come with us.
Mm-hmm.
Then Balak again, yet Shalak more Sarim and more distinguished than the former.
He sent more leaders that were more distinguished than the former, than the ones he sent before. Balaam was a Nabal. There's somebody that nabbas, that nabuls, that tells about what's going to happen, what they would say almost like a foretell of what's happening. And here it was, they tried to call Balaam because they were trying to get him to curse Yasharal. But Balaam wouldn't come, so what he did, he sent more people that had more prestige than the first. Like sometimes people will come to you on your job. Maybe the regular workers might try to get you to come and do something with them, and you probably ignore them off. But then, one of the head supervisors come down and ask, and you figure how I'm gonna work this out now. I gotta try to go and not look like I'm rebellious, and still be able to do it. See, people realize when somebody in leadership comes, that kind of changes how your opinion might be about something. So that's what they did. They sent people with more dignified than the first that they sent. Let's see what happened.
They came to Balaam and said to him, thus says Balak, the being of Zippor,
They're coming from the CEO. Let nothing,
I beg you, hinder you from coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
For
Where they going, one of if y'all supervisor beg you to do something you don't do it? Where they going? What your supervisor gonna say? Oh man, that's just you and your stand. That's how you stand. I see Jericho. How you think they going? You already know how. All they gonna do is wait to catch you up into something. They gonna look at you made me bad. They gonna go bad for you. When we really look at this situation with Balaam did what the average of us do. Cause now that man just said, I'm begging you. Your supervisor comes and said, listen, I'm asking you to come. I'm begging you to come. Listen, I'm telling you, you need to be here. We already know how they're going, ain't it? We can talk about how Balaam didn't obey and what Balaam do. That's why we go back and read it, because we get caught in similar situations. So all Balaam did, all they did was just came with somebody more dignified to let him know, don't let, and I'm coming to you from the boss, the head person of the company. Where you think they're going, I go back and tell them you didn't come. And I came and talk to you myself personally. You see, a lot of us, how many of us this would be an issue? Your boss, your head, the person right up under the owners come to you. How many, this wouldn't be an issue for some of y'all? I'm just, y'all so saved. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I ain't used to dealing with soul, I'm used to saved, but soul saved scare me. I see how these folks, they're like, they ain't gonna bother me. I said, these are people that don't have jobs. Because there's no way the person come to you up under the CEO, this not gonna be an issue. They said, listen, I'm asking you to come. I'm asking you, don't make me tell you. Now that's a, you say, well, I'm gonna sue the company. When this check coming next week? Cause your rent due the first. You see what I'm saying? All that, I'm gonna sue you. When your rent due? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to sue. You know what I'm saying? Can you get one of them lawsuits where it'll kick in after I do this later and make up call? I can't afford about no job for no 4.5 years till I get no check and look at how far you behind. So there's so many things that come at you. I just want y'all to consider, even though we hadn't looked at it that way, he's in a similar situation with us. Yeah, Yahuwah gave him orders. Don't curse these people. You know, how many orders Yahuwah gave you? You unobeyed every one of them. Let's just be practical when we look at Balaam. How many of y'all familiar with Balaam? What is Balaam known for that you know, Justin? He loved the wages, that's right, a rosha. That's right, would be not right. He loved wages that went right. What do you know about Balaam? Know about him in the donkey. Yeah, him on the donkey. What who else? Daniel, what you know about Balaam? He didn't listen. What you know about Balaam? He tried to hide. They hired him to curse Yasharal. But let's be practical. Let's be practical. He was an everyday man just like us. Every one of us in him. He heard the word just like we do. And you ain't gonna believe it. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Every time you commit sin, you Balaam. Explain to me what was the difference of Balaam and us. Well, let's be practical. We're gonna say, let's do it. I tell you the difference there. Elohim told him, well, let's see what Oriah 10:16 say. See, we go at folk, we attack these people sometimes. We don't really look at, oh, I'm not justifying nothing he did. Please don't think that. Please do not. I just want everybody to consider. That's all consider. Hollering what you ain't and who you ain't like, you're the same people. Every one of us. (10:16). Listen.
The one who Shama to you,
The one that hear you,
and he is Shama to me.
and that's the same one that hear me. The one that hear you with the intent to do is the same one that hear me. Go ahead.
The one who rejects you,
The one that rejects you,
and he rejects me.
he reject me. So the voice comes from Shamaim. Camp I brought for a second. This voice from Shamaim. Pick up the stick. This from Shamaim. Look at that, obedient. Let me say it for a second. Hey, Cam. Hey, man, pick that up for me. Hey, look at that, right? I ain't your dad. Who the nigga ain't my dad? Oh, to see that? See, it'd be different if Elohim told it. Y'all see how that works? I appreciate it. See, that shoots you in the foot every time. Where you going to go and you're going to judge him at now? You're going to judge him because Elohim told him before he done it. Don't curse Yasharal. Their people is Barak. With me, I don't put a benefit on these people. Do not curse them. And all he did is what we do. You hear the word out the wild, you just look at the wild, you ain't heard it, you'll break off, you'll do something different. You'll find some way to justify it. He went money. Why do you think he was going after money? Because he probably already was rich. What he would say is he would add to it richer. He did like a nigga struggling. Nigga struggling. Let me break it down the street with nigga struggling, trying to make it. And I know what he said, but let's just be practical. I got bills to pay and responsibilities. The Lord understands. Whatever reason you use to justify when you don't do, It's the same rationale he used. Now, he just happened to make a book that he's recorded in by his stupidity, about his blundering just ill will toward Elohim's Amar, his commandment. Your name ain't in the book. How you going to justify what you're doing? Because you've been told and you didn't do it. That's all that happened. We can look at it, oh, he was going to curse Yasharal. Let's see. Let's see how that, now he was going to curse Yasharal, so that was going to cause all the odds I were cause something to happen. Let's say that word. See it, that's Yahushua. See that the 7th chapter, 71. What reason he had me going here? I hard this, because you know why? You got to have yourself where you can be availed. They call it Joshua, Yahushua, let's see, 71. Listen.
But the Bani of Yasharal
But the Bani of who?
Yasharal.
The children of Yasharal. What happened, son?
Committed a trespass in the accursing thing.
they committed a trespass. What Balaam do? What
The Bani of Yasharal committed a trespass in the accursed thing.
What happened?
For Achan, the ben of Carmi, the ben of Zabdi, the ben of Zakrak, from the Matah of Yehuda, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of Yahuwah burned against the Bani of Yasharal.
What happened? Now this situation is a little different, I got, because there's a situation where a person didn't know. Go ahead, Chris. But let's see how it fits with us. Come on.
Now Yahushua shalak anashim from Jericho to Ai, which is near.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Which is near Beth Awin, on the Kadim side of Bethal, and spoke to them, saying, "Go up and spy out the Arats." So the Anashim went up and spied out Ai. They returned to Yahushua and said to him, "Do not tell all the go up. About 2,000 or about 3,000 Anashim go up and smite Ai.
Yes.
Do not make all the toil up there, for they are few."
See, most of them didn't know that Adam Iverson was already in him. Come on.
So about 3,000 Anashim from the went up there,
yeah.
But they fled before the Anashim of Ai.
What happened?
The Anashim of Ai smote of them about 36 Anashim, and pursued them from the gate as far as Shibarim, and struck them down on the descent. So the lob of the melted and became as Maim.
Yes. Oh, it came like water. They were running. They were weak. Come on.
Then Yahushua tore his clothes and fell to the Arats on his pani before the Taba of Yahuwah until the evening. Both he and the Zakanim of Yasharal, and they put dust on their heads.
Yes.
Yahushua said, "Alas, O Adonai, Yahuwah, why did you bring this arm over the Yarden, only to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us?" And
what Satan do?
Yahushua said, "Alas, O Adonai, Yahuwah."
The devil did what now?
Yahuwah. Why did you ever bring this arm over the Yarden, only to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us?
Not the devil. He said Yahuwah did it. I can't imagine what happened.
And that we had been willing, and we had dealt beyond the Yarden.
Yes. We could have dealt with us before this. Come on.
Oh, Adonai, what can I say when Yasharal has turned their back before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the Arats shall shama of it, and they shall surround us and cut off our Shem from the Arats.
See, that's what we do now. We're going to start letting them know now, because now it's time to get a pity party going. We're going to tell them what's going to happen now. They're bad. Everybody going to start surrounding. It's going to be an everyday thing now. Folks going to beat us up every day. Folks be coming from everywhere now. How you trying to get in? Because we need him to get back in here and try to defend. So we're looking at now, it's a mess, and we're looking at now, other people going to hear about it. It's going to be people everywhere. I ain't going to tell who's going to be jumping on us. I can't name all the folks. Folks going to be traveling. It's going to be jet plane folk coming everywhere fighting us. Go ahead.
And what shall you do for your great Shem?
Uh-oh, now we want to see that. And what they going to do about your name? How they going to look? They going to be tight. What's your name again? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know what they going to, I don't say it, but some other folk be talking. Folk be talking. That's all. I was like, go ahead.
So Yahuwah said to Yahushua,
what did he say?
Get you up. Why is it that you have fallen on your pani?
He want to know why was he down on his face. Come on.
Yasharal has kata.
You said what happened?
Yasharal has kata.
How?
And they have also transgressed my berith, which I amar them.
They broke a covenant you made with them.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
And they have even taken of the all odd thing, and have also stolen and deceived also.
Now see this, the reason, the 6th chapter right quick. See what happened to him, they wind up, he's saying like they, some kind of way, but it's a different, this is when like, when you, how you seeing, what it's about omission, commission, where they pay you for some of it or something. I never understood which was what, omission, where that's what omit, you just don't do it, what they call it? What's the Christian way they have it, omission, commission? What is it, omission who? Omission, commission, one on by money. One they pay you to do it. So that's what they're talking about now. Let's see the 6th chapter right quick of the same book. Because they didn't know. This was 6 and 1. Same book. Listen.
Now Jericho was shut up itself and barred because of the Bani of Yasharal.
So they had shut it up because Yasharal, they want them to come in. What happened?
None went out and none came in.
Y'all see that? None went out and none came in.
Yahuwah said to Yahushua,
what happened?
See, I have given Jericho into your hand.
You see what he told him? He said, I done gave it to you. I done put it right here in your hand. Nobody been able to get in, nothing coming out. He said, you see what? I done kept this shut up for you. When they shut up to try to defend, to keep Yasharal from coming out, they realized Yahuwah said, I kept them shut up for you. You can take it. Listen.
With its Malak and the mighty Anashim of valor.
With their ruler, with their emperor, and all they mighty men. Go ahead.
You shall go around the city, all the Anashim of war, circling the city one time.
Yes.
Thus you shall do it 6 Yamin.
6 Yamin. Shalishi. Go ahead.
Shalishi Yamin.
No, that's fine. I was saying, go ahead.
Also 7 Kohanim shall carry 7 Teruah, or shofar of horns, or the horns of rams, before the Taba. Then on a 7 Yom you shall go around the city 7 times.
Yes.
And the Kohanim shall blow with the shofar.
Yes.
It shall be that when they make a long blast with the horns of the rams, and when you shama the sound of the shofar, all the arms shall shout with a great shout.
What happened?
And the wall of the city shall fall down flat.
Said the wall gonna fall flat. Come on.
And the arms shall go up every each straight before him.
Look at that. Go straight in. Go ahead.
So Yahushua, the Ben of Nun, Kara, the Kohanim, and said to them, Take up the Taba of the Berith, and let 7 Kohanim carry 7 Teruah of the horns of rams before the Taba of Yahuwah. Then he said to the arm, Go forward and go around the city, and let the armed Anashim go on before the Taba of Yahuwah. And it was so that when Yahushua had spoken to the arm, the 7 Kohanim carrying the 7 shofar of the horns of rams before Yahuwah went forward and blew with the shofar, and the Taba of the Berith of Yahuwah went after them. The armed Anashim went before the Kohanim and blew the shofar, and the rear guard came after the Taba while they continued and blew with the shofar. But Yahuwah commanded the arm, saying,
What is saying?
You shall not shout, nor let your call be shama, nor let a debar proceed out of your paw.
Yes.
Until the Yom, I tell you, shout.
Until the
then you shall shout.
You know, something I'm just praying. Ha! I ain't gonna do it loud. Just I don't want to get that at 70 and I can't do it. That's something we'd have been killed before it got done. Somebody can't shut up that long. They like, I'm just testing it out. Yeah, a little blow. I ain't gonna blow it. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, just blow like right here to myself. Oh, we'd have been killed. Y'all know how we are. We'd have done it. Go ahead.
So he had the Taba of Yahuwah taken around the city, circling it one time.
Yes.
Then they came into the camp and lodged in the camp.
Yes.
Now Yahushua rose early in the morning, and the Kohanim took up the Taba of Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 Kohanim carrying the 7 shofar of the horns of rams before the Taba of Yahuwah went on continually and blew with the shofar, and the armed Anashim went before them, and the rear guard came after the Taba of Yahuwah, while they continued and blew with the shofar.
Come on.
Thus they went around the city on the second yom one time and returned to the camp. They did so for Shalashi Yamin. And it came to pass on the Shabbai Yom, they come early at the ascending of the dawn and marched around the city in the same manner, Shalishi times.
Yeah.
Only on that Yom they marched around the city Shalishi times.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass on the Shabbai time when the Kohanim blew with the shofar, Yahushua said to the arm,
what did he tell them?
Shout,
Shout,
for Yahuwah has given you the city.
Go ahead.
The city shall be all even it and all that is in it
Y'all hear what
belongs
he
to
just told
Yahuwah.
them? The city to you is going to be Allah. It's going to be a curse. The city going to be a curse because everything going to be to Yahuwah. What happened?
Only Rechab the harlot and all who are with her in her Beth shall Kai, because she did hide the Malaki whom we sent.
The messengers they sent. The deal we made with her was we wouldn't kill her and her family. She hid the spies. He said everything else is a curse. Listen.
And you shall certainly keep yourselves from the all thing.
Keep yourselves from the things that are a curse, lest
you make yourself all
unless you make yourself a curse. What happens, son?
When you take of the all thing and make the camp of Yasharal all and bring trouble on it.
What happened?
But all the silver and gold and articles of bronze and iron, as they are Kodash to Yahuwah, they shall go into the treasury of Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
So the arm shouted, and the Kohanim blew with the shofar. And it came to pass, when the arm shama the sound of the shofar, the arm shouted with a great shout, and the wall fell down flat. So that the arm went up into the city, every each straight ahead, and they took the city. They utterly destroyed all that was in the city, from Ish and unto Ashah, from young and to old.
From man to young, from man to woman, from young to old.
And to the ox and sheep and the chamor with the edge of the sword.
Listen.
Yahushua said to the 2 Anashim who had spied out the Arat, go into the Beth of the Nashim of the Ashah, the harlot, and bring the Ashah from there and all that she has, as you have sworn to her.
Mm-hmm. Shabbat, go ahead.
So the young Anashim who were spies went in and brought out Rechab and her Abba and her Aim and her Akim and all that she had. They also brought out all her relatives and placed them outside the camp of Yasharal. They burned the city with fire and all that was in it. Only the silver and gold and articles of bronze and iron they put in the treasury of the Beth of Yahuwah.
Go ahead.
And Rechab the harlot and the Beth of her Abba and all that she had, Yahushua was spared, and she has Kai in the midst of Yasharal to this Yom. For she hid the Malakim, whom Yahushua sent to spy out Jericho. Then Yahushua made them take an oath at that time, saying, all before Yahuwah is the Ish who rise up and builds this city Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof in his firstborn, and in his youngest being he shall set up its gates.
Go ahead.
So Yahuwah was with Yahushua, and his fame was in all the Arats.
That's good. 71 again. Same book.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
But the Bani of Yasharal committed
but the who now?
Bani.
But the children of Yasharal
committed a trespass.
How?
In the all thing.
I couldn't imagine what it could have been that they could have done.
For Achan, the being of Carmi.
No, that's fine. The reason why I had him to go back over this. Now, what be the difference between them and Balaam? Because he told them before he did it, not to touch it. Everything in there is a curse, unless you're going to bring it on you. You're going to bring it on Yasharal. See, the reason why I'm saying this, the man always gets a bad rap, as though he don't know we, as though he don't know that we make mistakes. I clearly told you what not to do. They made this man look as though you didn't, for Christian, you didn't really look at the Old Testament, as they call it, because it looked like the man just killed people. The folks made a little small, tiny mistake, and all of a sudden, folk got to die. I told you before you went in there that if you take it, you're going to make a curse on yourself, that it's going to be on Yasharon. And no one looks at this. Everybody blames this man. No different than what happened with Balaam. No different. See, we all here, and we all make choices. They heard it. He went over it before they even done it. You hear it, it sound like, why does he keep reading it? And it sounds like he's strong. Because before he even let him go in, I told you. He told, surely he does nothing except he tell you. I made sure we walked through this before you done it. There was no reason for you to be shouting on day 3. No reason for you to go putting your foot on the wall and see if you can push it down because you pissed off. It's been 4 days, it should have failed. I told you how long they were going to go. I told you don't say nothing. I told you don't do nothing. I told you when you go in, go forward. I'm going to lay it down and put it in your hands. When you get in here and start looking with your eyes, you start thinking, like folks say now, where the Lord need with money? What, he going to come wear it? He going to wear this gold? He going to drink out the cup? He going to drink out the cup? What do you need with the cup? One cup going to hurt. How one cup going to make a difference? Come on. Nigga logic. Don't play. What we do when we want to do something. Somebody sent that video, that guy, they were interviewing him about the church about paying their tithe. He said, I pay $20 a week. That lady said, I've been going over your number. He said, hold on for a minute. Y'all ain't finna gang up on me about no tithes and offering now. He said, we're not doing that. They said, it's going to be 10% of what you make. He said, 10%. He said, I don't believe that. I don't believe that no how. He said, I don't believe it. He said, 10%. You tell me people had jobs? They're like, well, I mean, yeah, they had. He said, how they had jobs? People paying people with apples and oranges. Who paid somebody with apples and oranges? Where did you get it? People are stupid. These folks have always had currency.
That's right.
They have always had gold and stuff.
Right.
Where did people get this stuff? People say the dump, but I ain't gonna lie. It was really funny though. It was funny. But see, when you don't want to, you start rationalizing your disobedience.
That's right.
On trying to act like he comes down and physically do it. The reason he put these things in play, because he know there needs to be a system in place so things stay operational. And people come up with a dumb lie. How your house run? You don't put nothing back to pay your bills, and that's why your stuff off. You don't put nothing. That's why he make them put something back. If you apply the same principle in your living, you'll see where you'll have something. Mm-hmm. It makes no sense to spend everything you have. But that's a whole nother story. We only looked at it, even Balaam done got a bad, he paid, when I say that, a bad end, because people will look at what he did as the most intolerable thing, but yet these people brought a curse on Yasharal. Balaam only affected himself. Yasharal fell that day. You don't look at, when you do stuff, you affect the dog.
That's right.
See, everybody so big talking about Balaam. Balaam dumb, Balaam stupid. Well, how smart are you? Because when the man tell you something, that's what he meant. And you'll be a fool to go against it. And a lot of times we don't look at it at that degree. We all have things we do. We'll go back and finish that 22nd chapter. I want to try to get y'all finished. That 22nd chapter, book of Mark Bar. I just want everybody to just put your cards on the table. And you ain't got to talk about nobody, just for you. It ain't about nobody else. I ain't doing, listen, I'm doing it for myself, for anybody. Man, I lay in that bed, man, I wake up, I be just thinking on that, man. You know what? I get how I do to him for let me think. I said, my mind could be on something else. I've done it for years. And I wasn't even conscious of, I wasn't giving you, I wasn't even thinking about it. You control everything. I go to get up, legs don't move, by the top part all on the ground. What happened? He said, I do that. Somebody else need to walk today. I started to consider that. Man, y'all see car wreck, people die. You said, somebody, he look at, man, I got other people. You ain't the only person I got. Man, that man will shake, crumble the ground and crack it and split it. He got roots running that loud. He said, I got to water them too. They done tore up our houses. I didn't tell you to put them down. You went, that tree been here longer than your house was. He got more to consider than just us. When we get started, we have see a den in the neighborhood, we call 50 police. That deal talking about, nigga, truth be told, the police need to be here trying to get rid of you. I was here before your house was. Y'all put me in a bad spot when you throw this junk up over here. And throwing all kind of snake party. The snake got to come up throwing, this stuff to kill people here. Man, why you put it on how? Y'all niggas killing me. That'll get these animals something kill people. How you look, you see an animal putting stuff around how they keep people away. You're like, why would they put that down there? They say, that's the same thing I'm saying. Because y'all know, think about it, we forget. We coexist with some things. We come to play, we feel like we own it and shouldn't be a bug. Nigga spray all in the air trying to kill bug. They can't have the air. You don't agree on your house. They got roast spray all out in the air just walking, jump blowing back in their eye, they blind, all in their mouth. They got they foaming at the mouth like a mad dog. You can't do this. They're like, if you stay inside, can I please have the outside? They can't win. Can't nothing win. Man, can't nothing win with us. Can't nothing win. I'm apologize to some geese I throw the rock at. I just ask them don't eat in my yard. I run, they see me, I tell y'all big, I'm Tupac. It's on every time you see me. Y'all get out this yard. I'm throwing, I don't hear, I just want my get out my, nice little geese. They ain't got holes. It's like somebody trying to hide Easter eggs in my yard. I'm sorry, there wasn't no geese. Well, like, let me have my yard. You got the water. You cannot eat up all my grass. It looks terrible. It just hurt my heart. But anyway, that's another situation. We'll talk. All they gotta do is give me a birthday. How long you been living? How long I been living? Out here longer than you. But you know, I just want us to consider how we're quick to blame others and look at others being justified in their when he come back to recompense them. But all of a sudden, like if he came back to recompense me, I would want him to have recom on me. I wouldn't want him to say, oh, I don't want to have no quote unquote mercy. I want mercy when you want it. Why you won't want that for somebody else? See, it's time to be fair. We all did stuff. We all have done something. You might not have done it today. Can you say you had never done it? But I changed. You ain't gonna believe it. Everybody that turned to you who will change. Why you can't get nobody else a chance? Why is it when you get it, now everybody need to burn? I'm sorry for that mentality. I'm sorry for that thinking. I'm sorry for not being considered, realizing I had to change. I made a change. If people want to forgive me now for stuff I did years ago, I'm not that person. But he gave me a chance to change. Why I can't give it to somebody, everybody here, consider your ways. Consider your ways. He was patient enough to give you a chance. Why nobody else can't change? Why you the only person? And we already out here. How many of y'all were terrible people? Y'all ain't gonna believe what's out here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Terrible people out there. Man, them people will lie. They'll steal. They'll cheat. They'll commit adultery. They'll commit homosexual acts. They'll drink. They'll smoke. None of y'all never done none of that though. None of us done that. So we good. Them people out there, worst people you ever seen in your life. I'm talking about gangs, shoe stabbing. Yeah, listen, some of them bastards done been to jail. You definitely don't want to get caught with none of these people. Y'all hear me? Them folks need to burn today. They ain't got no business living. How that sound? How that sound? We the same people. Man, just pricked our heart. Child molest, you ain't gonna believe it. Y'all know everybody, some people used to be those people. He convert all these people. You know why he convert people? Because some people feel like they can't change. He got to have somebody that broke away from him to be an example. Nobody ever look at it, consider. Everybody did something. Everybody. And now he gives an opportunity for us to get right. Now, everybody got to die? Everybody got to burn? I'm sorry. I ain't justifying no behavior now. Let's get that clear. Don't try it. Don't pull it. I'm just saying, the man done been recalmed us. He done spared our life to give us opportunity to make a change. A lot of people, you know what happened? And I learned, I ain't believe it. Information change a man. All that, if you give the information to a person correctly, a person can properly assess it and make the change. Versus how we've been doing things. Let's just be fair. What you want for you, want it for somebody else. That's all I ask. If you want to burn and go on and die, it'll make sense for you to want everybody else to do it. But if you want to live, you want the man to have calm and mercy on you, you should want it for somebody else. Let's finish looking at Balaam's story. Let's see what we got in common. So we read there, for I shall indeed honor you richly. So he's going to give him money, and I shall do whatever you say to me. Please come then, curse their people for me. Come on.
Balaam answered and said to the Abadim of Balak, if Balak would give to me his beth full of silver and gold, I would not be able to pass over the Amar of Yahuwah, my all, to do anything small or great.
See that? Come on.
Now please, you also stay here tonight, and I shall know what more Yahuwah shall speak to me.
See that? Now that wasn't no good speech. I done preached that verse before years ago. If Balak give me a house full of silver and gold, I couldn't go beyond the bar Yahuwah to go less or do more. Then he just said, stay right here. Now he think sometimes you can talk too fast. We don't know what the will of the Lord is. Now that's a good, think about this. He did what we do. You don't get up and quote something and still commit sin. Let's be practical. So is just saying it enough? That's what we trying to train from. I try to tell myself that you're a liar. You know not to believe you. Come on. This man just told himself and said, which is the truth of the word, but he didn't actually mean it to effect because he's going to go right against it. That's why we want to do that. The book, so say
and do.
Now he just told the man, like, I'm going to spend the night right here. Let me just go check on. He thinking, man, that stuff get out of here. I'm thinking, rich is one word, but when you put that Lee on the end of it, rich Lee, yeah, hold on tonight. Spend the night before you leave. I don't want to be, you can be too rash with your mouth. Come on. Let's look at this practical. This is us all day trying to realize what he's doing. For me, how I see it, is doing what we do every day on a basis pretty much. Figuring how to do the will of Yahuwah and still get rich or still make it. And sometimes you don't be careful, the line's too tight. That's what he's playing with. That's a good speech. He just said it. That man just said, listen, man, you fill your house up with gold and silver. Man, I can't go beyond that man's word. Hold on, spend the night. Let me just go. I'm just going to check. I'm just check on something. You just said it. So I'm going to leave. I'm definitely not going to fill up no whole house now. He'll throw something big out there. And let's see what happened.
Elohim came to Balaam at Layla and said to him,
what is that?
If the Anashim have come to carry you, come up and go with them.
Who told him to do this? You said Satan told him to do what now?
Elohim came to
See
Balaam.
That? Sometimes Satan came to me tonight and told me, stop your mouth. The man just said Elohim came and told him at Layla. Do what? Go ahead.
Elohim came to Balaam at Layla and said to him, If the Anashim have come to carry you, come up and go with them. But only the debar which I speak to you, it shall you do.
Come on.
So Balaam came in the morning and saddled his camar and went with the Zakanim, with the Sharim of Moab.
Went with the rulers.
But the anger of Elohim was kindled because he went, and the Malachi of Yahuwah took his stand in the Darak as an adversary against him. Now he was riding on his camor, and his two Abadim were with him.
Come on.
When the camor saw the Malachi, Malaki of Yahuwah standing in the Darak with his drawn sword in his
Stand in the
hand,
way.
the Kamor turned off from the Darak and went into the field. But Balaam struck the Kamor and turned her back into the Darak.
Let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all have been driving before and your car went off the road? Anybody have? He probably thinking the same thing. What in the world just happened? This thing just turned, just went off the road out of nowhere. Just struck, just went out the way. Just lost control of it. Basically, he lost control of it. And it took off and just went off in the ditch. And little did you know, he was trying to save your life. I was going to kill you. See, Balaam ain't that far removed from us. Come on.
Then the Malaki of Yahuwah stood in a narrow path of the vineyards with a wall on this side and a wall on that side. When the Kamor saw the Malaki of Yahuwah, she pressed herself to the wall and pressed Balaam's foot against the wall, so he struck her again. Then the Malaki of Yahuwah went further and stood in a narrow Malkum where there was no way to turn to the right hand nor to the left.
And what happened?
When the Kamor saw the Malaki of Yahuwah, she lay down under Balaam. So Balaam's anger was kindled and struck the Kamor with his stick.
So mad at that car, man, you just kick a hole in it, bust the windshield out of it. So mad about how that car put you down? Come on.
And Yahuwah opened the paw of the Kamor, and she said to Balaam, "What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?"
What happened?
Then Balaam said to the Kamor, "Because you have made a mockery of me, if there had been a sword in my hand, I would have killed you by now."
Come on.
The Kamor said to Balaam, "Am I not your Kamor on which you have written all your Kai to this Yum?
Yeah.
Have I ever been accustomed to do so to you?" And he said, "No." Then Yahuwah opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the Malaki of Yahuwah standing in the Darak with his drawn sword in his hand.
What happened?
And he bowed and fell on his pani.
Come on.
The Malaki of Yahuwah said to him,
What did he say?
"Why have you struck your Kamor these 3 times?
Yes.
Behold, I have come out as an adversary because your Darak was contrary to
Look
me."
at that. Wow. All that done happen to you because your way been contrary. Ain't been nothing wrong with the car. Ain't been nothing wrong with the other stuff. It been because your way been contrary. Let's see what happened.
But the Kamor saw me and turned aside from me these 3 times. If she had not turned
Maybe you've been
aside
on a
from
smart
me,
car and you didn't even know it. That your car just went off the road or went out the way. What happened? Because she saw you and what happened?
if she had not turned aside from me,
You said that if the car had kept riding, what happened?
I would surely have killed you
And the
just
car
now.
would have been totaled?
I would have surely killed you just now
And the car been totaled too if you ought to kill you.
and let her Kai.
And the car been fine. See, all I'm trying to get us to understand, Yahuwah was angry with that man. He could have killed him, the fact that he came back and questioned when I already told you what to do, like we do. I know, but I'm just going to pray. Because you understand something about you supposed to seek the Lord for advice? Supposed to ask you, keep asking stuff. You already know downstairs. He went back to do like we do. Let me just go back and check, just see. That's all. That ain't supposed to inquire. People start finding Bible verses, finding verses, try to make it sense. Let him that talk, communicate with him. You talk, you should already know what not to ask.
That's right.
But he gonna go back and check. It made plenty of sense to go see. Go ahead and take the money and curse them. When I told you first, don't. If some people come to you and they're gonna ask you to curse them, don't curse these people. They barak. But now I need to go back and check because some money on the table. I'm trying to see how I can do the will of Yahuwah, cover myself, and still get the money. That's what we do. But listen, Balaam was 105% nigga with a 1% margin of error. I using the terminology of human being. We always looking at how we can get over and get by something. Reading the story of Balaam and looking at the day we going here, ain't nobody but us.
That's right.
Everybody. But see, he was disobedient. Yahuwah told him something to do. Yahuwah told them something to do, and them people went right there and took it. I told you everything in there is a curse. Why would you take it? Why would you touch it? Why would you even handle it? He told them in the garden not to touch it. Don't eat it. Don't even touch it unless you move. And not only touched it, they touched it and they ate it. And then they tried to hide like we do. See, when we go back and we read all the different situations that happen, don't try to remove yourself from them. Put yourself right there. Don't picture Balaam, picture you, nigga. I picture me. I know how to do that too. You know how to work his will, work around, people work to play. Can't do that. That's what you're learning. What this guy did and what we do on an everyday basis. People. Figure how you get around, figure how you can connive and get by and still be working the will of Yahuwah. It don't work. That's just it. Ain't no way to do it but one way. But him and his anger with him, he still tried to spam. Let the donkey run out across the run out across the grass. Just run completely off the path. Because he knew what was going to happen. Then let him get him. Listen, when he too blind, so driven, let's say us, when we so driven, so blind, he let the car, the donkey, sit here and let him see it. And now he got injured, but little did he know, son, that little foot injury you got was nothing. I was going to kill you. I was trying to stop you before you go even further than where you already going. See, when our laws get to going and it gets set on something, rationality leaves. Practicality ain't even an issue no more. We don't even think about what's practical. We don't even think about what's life in it. We just driven on the moment. The moment will kill you. Stop looking at this story of all these dumb people that came through and made a mess for you and I. He's trying to show you we the same, basically, reincarnation. Ain't but so many faces you can put on people. I know he looked like one of us. How many faces can you have for people? It's what, about 6 billion people? How many different faces can you have? Ugly, just ugly. Pretty, pretty. And it's just Isn't that right? That's just being honest. We all, somewhere or another, you favor. We the same people. We the same people, just out, just doing. And you really have to have yourself set on your salvation above everything, above anything. It's good to have things. I ain't gonna lie, it's good to have them. But they'll cost you because you always got to consider they came from somebody else. They couldn't keep it either, and neither you. So they come down to what you'll do for it. You need to have a level set. I can't go beyond to do this to get it. Because everything you get, it came from somebody else. You ever read the story that time when the money came out the sky? You ain't gonna believe why. He don't have it up down. It all circulated right here between us. So he'll take it from one to give it to another. He'll give it to one that he took from another. Just like your life, your sight, your being, your going out, your coming in. And when you get that in your understanding, you start to look at things a little different. You start learning how to be a better manager of and start considering your ways. Start looking at things you do. You can't do it but so long for that man recompense you. Just like Balaam, that wasn't enough to stop him. You would think, you know how we say, that'd have been me though. I know what I'd have done. I'd have been their best child. No, you wouldn't, you lying nigga. You got out there and get your foot better, you'll find something else to get into. Later on, he came back and got Yashar to come sit down and eat up a sacrifice. You know who paid for that? All the leaders of Yasharal. He told them in order for this to turn, he said, I want you to take the leaders of Yasharal, every one of them, and hang them up against the Shamash. He said, so my anger turn away. Can you imagine that? He went and took all the leaders and hung them up against the Shamash. That was so his anger turned. Now the people sat down and done it. How you think them leaders had to be feeling? This wasn't my doing. What I'm going up there for? You're going to imagine how Yahushua had to feel. That's right. The reproaches of them that reproach thee. That's what he said. He said that's the only way we're going to turn. We could have took some low-ranking guy around now and put a butler up there. He said, I'm going to still be hot against you. I need the heads. I need the heads of everyone need Matah, and I need you to hang them up against the Shemaiah. That's so my anger turn away. So you know what you have to ask yourself, what situation we got into that we had to take the head honcho of every Matah and put him up there. That's how bad this situation got. Now we got to get into some understanding, trying to consider. When you read these different stories, these different events and different situations, this is us. This is us. Some of us still feel like, because I'm over here, I'm okay. You're not okay. You got to maintain. You got to maintain. It ain't just getting here, it's maintaining. They're like people go get a house. They want a house look dilapidated. They look at other people. What they do to their house? Their house of God. No, they're like, you got to maintain it. It ain't going to keep itself up. And that's what people do. They come here. I ain't trying to do all they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make it. No. You got to do something more than that. You got to keep maintenance on it too. So that's why we come here. We have to have a maintenance on it. If you don't, you have a maintenance plan going to break down. You got to constantly keep coming in. Things have to constantly be reiterated. There has to be a constant examination of self. There has to be a constant considering what you're trying to do. Where are you trying to go? Is it about a relationship? What is it for you? Is it about getting some money, getting some things? You don't want to be poor. You don't want to be sick. All these are carnal things. You can get sick and get well. You can get broke and still come up and get some money. There's a lot of things happening to you. Don't make that your whole life living. Make your life living on what's the will of Elohim. At the end of the day, because the rest of it, believe it, I'm telling you, the rest of it going to work. It don't look like it. It's going to work itself out. One way or another. I fought a lot of fights. This is the fight you want to stay with. You can't beat everybody in the world. You can't hate everybody. You can't fight everybody in the world. You can do it. You're just going to lose time. At the end of the day, you got to consider what type of person you are. Are you good with the person you are? Can you look yourself in it? How many of y'all did the eye test? I tried to go look in the mirror just now. One person, 2 people, 3 people. Did it kind of throw you? You looked at yourself. Did you really look deep in yourself? You can see what you don't see. It's somebody on the inside of you that people don't see. It's somebody behind your eyes. Got to be good. People blind. So they ain't nobody because they blind? It's somebody deeper than your walking and what you see, than exercise or bulging or cut, whatever it might be. It's somebody on the inside of you. And that person never really been addressed. There's been no real attention to that person. We always been working at what everybody could see. I had to get my hair cut. Somebody see me, they're going to think I'm homeless. If they could see your inside, they'll know you were homeless. You ain't a place they be habitating in. But we work to fix the outer man so much, we don't have any contentment on the inside. I told y'all, man, listen, I'll go home and I get through the night. I'm going to smoke me some hemp.
Sir.
I'm going to eat me a gummy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get on that phone.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't but one person I need to make sure on that phone.
That's right.
And that person hangs up. That jump really get on my nerve. Oh, you know the person tell us? Good night, y'all. That's it. They were like, what? And hang up the phone. We said, hold on for a minute. He hung up the phone for real. Call him back. We're like, what you doing? You hung up the phone. Hang up again. You're like, are you serious? You chimp. And I mean, that just made my day. I'm good. I done talked to Yahuwah. I done palau for everybody I'm palau for. After that, a fight come with that. I look at him, all I need is that phone right there in my earpiece. Well, hey, that's going to make the rest of my night right there. I don't need a whole lot. I don't have to go everywhere. I really don't. I'm just, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm good with the person who I am with myself. I wasn't always that person. Because when you're a liar, when you connive, you're a cheat, you always know it's something holding you back. And you can't have a real commitment with him. When you can remove and dissolve all that and you can talk to him of sincerity and honesty, that makes a difference. That makes a difference. I've been that person. You can't, like this, man, my face shame even look up. When you consider where you need to be, I need resolve from this man. When something come on, I need him to resolve that for me. And I can't get that from him when I still got something hindering, something blocking me. Y'all got it? You need to be effective if you're gonna do something. A lot of y'all watching him, you ineffective. Because you won't be honest with yourself. You won't be real with yourself. You still got these hidden things you want to try to do. Man, get your life aligned. Look at you leaving him. And you want to spend your time being a sinner? Somebody got, no. The man done told us the outcome. Like that's why he told Yahushua, get out the ground. These people, I told y'all, you don't know why you failed. You know what we do? Can I talk to you for a minute? I'm trying to figure out why something going on with me. And like every time I look around, nigga, we having this conversation for real. We having this conversation for real. You don't know why everything come at you, and you a lie to the grave. Like you done Scooby-Doo. No gun, well, why stuff going on with you? You ain't honest. Ain't every case. Sometimes you go through things because it's a situation of trying you so you can grow to the next level. Sometimes you paying for stuff you just ain't you ain't ready to be honest yet. You ready to keep living illusion, but he try to give you that opportunity. Just like Balaam, I tear your stuff up. I take these things, I let this happen to you before I kill you. Everybody get these warnings. Now these people just pop up all of a sudden and just dead one time they didn't know. You got warnings. Right, Quim child don't go. See that your cars are called. See that 33 and 1, I think it is. 3. 14. Make it 3. 14. They call it Ezekiel. I'm trying to get rid of them. Go. Come on, get ready and get your money up. 3. See that 3:14. Let me see. Your cars are called. Yeah. It's a call. That's the name means Yah strengthens. See it 3 and 14. I'm trying to get ready and let y'all go. Appreciate my young people. I ain't talking about just y'all down there. I'm talking about young people that stayed. Y'all need to talk to some of these other ones in here, a little older than y'all. They came up with a lot of them. They seen a lot of folks y'all age, when they were y'all age, watched a lot of them turn and go aside and leave. They stayed though. Isn't that right? Britton, Austin, Brian, Shaquille, Liana, Adia. They the only one left in their group. They stayed. Everybody they'll tell you. There's a whole big world out there. You can get caught up out there in it. That world will rape you for everything you got. Ain't a lot said about them. They could have took all. They ain't said they ain't make no mistake. One thing about it, they ain't straightforward. Y'all young people, y'all stay. I know some of y'all I'm gonna lose you, but some of them gonna stay around him. Y'all hang on around him. Y'all will see it's gonna work out for you. You be here when they come on back and slap them dead in their face. Come back in a wheelchair, loosen that boat up on that wheel. Say, oh, look at the little baby wheel, fill up his wheelchair. You won't ride no more wheel. Put it up on brakes. What you do when they come and they take your wheels off, put your wheelchair on brakes? That's tight. Do you call AAA? That's tight. All right, listen, it's 3 and 14, your car's called. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I'm telling y'all, that man been recalmed. Who else would give up that many opportunities? Who else would grant and then show you a lot? How many of us, that'd be true, how many of us here were Balaam? We would have tried to work out how we can do his will and try to figure how we can still get it. Come on. So how hard is it? Man, I couldn't imagine that. Man, Yahuwah told me something. Talking about when preacher tell you what he said. They're the same thing. How y'all see yourself somebody different? That's the part you come to appreciate. That could have been me. You think his word is less valid if it come out the mouth of somebody else? That's all contingent on what the Abba them told, both the fathers told Mushah. We'll hear you. Don't let him talk to us. That's why he said, if they hear you, they hearing me. When he told Balaam to speak to them, he said, man, whatever come up in your heart, what you feeling, you tell them what I said. And he'll let him fall before them so they'll see he ain't the man to play with. Think about it. You've been fighting against Yahuwah. You've been fighting against his arm. And the man you hired to try to take him down don't come back to let you take. He took him down because he done made a deal with you and then he taking you down. So others will feel. I appreciate it. Come on, 3:14. Your cards are called. They call Ezekiel. Listen.
So the Ruach lifted me up and took me away, and I went embittered in the rage of my Ruach. 3,
14, 15, 17. This is the 3rd chapter, right? Your cards are called? What it is? Oh, yeah, 3 and 14. Come on.
So the Ruach lifted me up and took me away, and I was embittered in the rage of my Ruach, and the hand of Yahuwah was strong on me.
Yeah.
Then I came to the exiles who lived beside the Nahar Kabar at Tel Aviv, and I sat there.
Who's at Tel Aviv? Man. It's at Tel Aviv. Oh, television. That's where they got it from over there. Come on.
And
They
I
do it
said
with the
there,
beat.
Shabbai Yamim, where they were living there, being stunned among them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at the end of Shabbai Yamim that the bar of Yahuwah came to me, saying, being of Adam, I have appointed you a watchman to the Beth of Yasharal.
What you want me to do?
And you, Shama a debar from my paw, warn them from me.
Come on.
When I say to the Rosha,
What?
you shall surely moot,
What happened?
and you do not warn him, nor speak out to warn the Rosha from his Rosha Darak,
Tell him what
that
happened,
he
son.
may kai, that Rosha Ish shall moot in his iniquity.
What you gonna do?
But his dam I shall require at your hand.
Y'all see that? He put a heavy responsibility. He said that thing was heavy on him. I said it's like, man, I couldn't hardly sleep like he was dealing with me. He said that thing was pressing on him. He said, man, I done set you up to be a watchman. Who know what a watchman supposed to do? What you gonna say, Ian? That's how you supposed to do, watch. And then right in Kabaku, he said he had made him a watchman. So he set him upon the tower. He said, I will watch to see what I will answer and what I shall answer when I'm reproved. And he told him, he said, reply, he told him to write the Kazum. He said, make it plain upon the tablets. He said, so he that readeth it, he may run. He let him know that the Kazum is only for an appointed time. So at the end, they were going to speak. It was not going to kazab. He let him know this thing going to come to pass. He said, make sure when they read it, make sure they can get it. So y'all make sure y'all understand. That's all I'm doing. All I do is just warn the people. He said, you give them a warning from me. Let them know. He said, if they don't do it, he said, they're going to die now in their kataim. But let's see what happened.
And you, because you have warned the Rosha, and he does not turn from
You
his...
said because you grabbed him in the collar and drug him and made him.
Because you warned...
Because you went by a house and kept blowing the horn trying to come out and get in the car to go.
Because you have warned the Rosha.
That's all you supposed to do, just warn. Just let you know, this is going to be your end now. Go ahead.
And he does not turn from his Rosha or from his Rosha Darak.
Come on.
He shall moot in his iniquity.
He going to die in his wrong.
But you have delivered your Nafash.
A lot of people hate me. At the end of the day, they got to tell you what I took from them, what I lied to them about. I just want to see people change. Why would I want to see you burn? I don't want to burn. Why would I want to see you burn? What am I going to get out of it? Am I going to be able to watch you? Well, I'm going to be the one turning it up and down on you? I don't have no part in that. So ain't no benefit. I'm a businessman. I got to do stuff that's a benefit. Do something that saved my life by telling you what you need to do. I ain't a good business decision to do it no other way. I'm a businessman. I got to do what make profit. He said, I can save my life. Listen.
And when the Sadiq Ish turns away from his Sadiq and commits iniquity, and I place an obstacle before him, he shall moot.
Where that could possibly come from? Put an obstacle in front of him. One couldn't have been there like Balaam did it, where his foot got crushed, where the Camor sat down in front of him, and he couldn't go forward. He said, I put an obstacle in front of him. What happened?
Since you have not warned him, he shall moot in his kata, and his Sadiq deeds which he has done shall not be remembered, but his dam I shall require at your hand.
See that? He said, I'm going to require that man's blood. His dam, his blood is his life. He said, I'm going to require that man's life at your hand because you didn't warn him. See, this is a job. I say, it's good on payday now. When you got to tell them, you got to tell people and look them and tell them when you're wrong and tell them what you need to do to get right. That go with the job. But everybody got to get right. Everybody got to consider. Can't keep hypocriting. Everybody got to get right. Y'all hear me? You got to consider for yourself. These things, these trinkets, these opportunities, these times we have, they can be good. They also can be bad. He can turn right around and recompense you with them. He can turn around and everything you got be the worst thing you ever had. He give you that. He made those decisions, so every one of us got a chance tonight. Then later when you go to consider why you him, and definitely look at making changes.
Yes, sir.
If I was you, I wouldn't sleep on it.
That's right.
I get it right while they call day. You
Yes,
go ahead and
sir.
sleep on it you want to. There's a lot of folks slept on it. You ain't gonna believe it.
Didn't wake up.
Everybody ain't get up. They're right, still asleep.
Yep.
Can't afford to. He said, the day when you hear my voice,
Hard not your loud.
you'll be a fool to say, I'm going to think on it. I'm going to start trying to see. I'm going to start looking at it, see what I can do down. No, you got to start making reservation, get that thing right. You don't know when he's going to come back and when he's going to catch you. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
That's 2. Good. Appreciate it. Well, appreciate you, who. Man, sick. How folks paying money to buy? Back then they were using apple and oranges. I mean, say, how you gonna pay somebody in apple and oranges? Never heard no stuff like that. But I tell you, boy, one thing about when you don't want to do something, you get creative though. I give him credit, that was creative. That man say I ain't never believe that stuff. So what they had jobs? He said they had jobs. That's what. You know what? Bryce had took it and put it. I appreciate you coming to check. You do such a beautiful job. You always do a great job too. You know that? Can't see you dance. Oh my! Woo! Look at that. Yes, beautiful. Give her a hand. Beautiful. That's all your mama there. Boo. You done all right? I'm a fat man right there. Why Nazareth? Oh my goodness, we shooting bad again. Wow. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the white. You let the white walk out with that shirt and them sweatpants. Go ahead. Go ahead. What we got?
Today is Ahab Josh and Hayward's birthday.
That's right. Ahab Josh! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Ahab!
And everybody sends their Ahab.
Oh yeah, and also we gotta get Hayward a round of birthday. One be respectful. Boo! Come on, boo! Boo!
Sacrifice.
Boo!
I do for your sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. That's terrible. That's Uncle Price?
No, that was a big.
Oh, Big Lit. That's Big Lit.
That's not.
Oh, that's not.
That was Uncle Bryce.
Oh, Uncle Brian. Okay. Do it flat, Joe. You be all day waiting on y'all. Get ready to stand so we get ready. Give Mr. Hugh a hand clap. Come on. Come on, come on. We gotta go, son. Come on. Come on. Good, come on. Come on, boy. We gotta go pull out. We be all weak messing with you. Come on. Come on. All right. Anything else? Well, catch a fat kid. He probably trying to go see Jenny Craig. Now, don't worry about it. Everybody got a little weight problem. You might have a little more than some other one. Don't worry about it. Yes, muscle all around the stomach. Y'all ready? Kudash Abba, separated Father, we give Kabul Kabad, which is the glory and honor to your Shem for all you render, knowing that without you we can do nothing. We confess to our ill will and shortcomings, and our Kataim and our Ma'al, which are our sins and our transgressions that we allow you blot out through the Kai, the Mut, the Zabak, the sacrifice, and the Dam of Yahushua, HaMashiach. Baraka your Shamim, your Sabut. We give the Hadu and the Tudah, which is the thanks and the thanksgiving to your Shem, which is your name, and Yahushua HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one, for the Kasid and Rekam, which is the mercies, the favor that you granted and the mercies that you've given us that we can never obtain of our works, nor by our possessions, but because of the Khan, the favor that you granted to us of the Aboth of the fathers. Baraka the Berith, which is bestow a benefit upon the covenant you vowed to Abraham, Yitzchak, Jacob, the Yahudim, to Yasharal, their Tuladaf, their generations, even to us and our Tuladaf, our generation, in those that are far off, that you would Yakra, that you would call. Make us of the Kodashim, the separated ones, make us Talmim, complete, and make us joint heirs with the Mashiach, which is the anointed one. Baraka us, will bestow a benefit upon us with your pine in your face, and let it aura upon us lighten, and let it be our encampment, and circle us about and be our protection. Baraka your Shalakim, your sent ones, your Ra'im, your pastors, shepherds, your malaki, your messengers, that the devar might go forth with banah, with understanding and clarity, that it might be effective, that it might pierce through our lives, our hearts, that it might come into our lives of our minds, that we might banah, which is underbean, which is understand. Baraka, those we're separated from, far and near over the yam, to keep us, that we might be of the amat, which is of the truth, that we might shakar you, which is adore you, worship you. We palau that you baraka those that support your dabarim, that yakra upon your shem, call upon your name, we commit to you. Continue to baraka shine, and where there's so many others that seek you. Those in leadership and authority to execute your will, the married, the single, the separated, the sick, the afflicted, behind prison walls and bereaved, captivities and war-stricken country, disease and pestilence, considering ourselves. Baraka those that are going through the destructions of nature according to your will. Again, we repent and confess that we gone wrong and fall short of your kabod, your glory. We yakra unto you to admit that we went contrary to you and you went contrary to us. Hadu, thanks again for the debar that went forth, the word that came in to grant us to see ourselves in our amat or, which is in the true light, which lighted every unashamed, every man that cometh into the pathway. When we've done all we can do here on this side, we palau for Beth in your Alam Malkut, which is a home of your eternal empire, where we can see your Pani, your face, and we can tahalim your Shem better, which is praise your name. In the Shem of Yahushua, HaMashiach, we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Come home! Come home! Habia. My fat man. Huh? Get over here, Joker. Man, you be tripping.
You have a feeling, don't be scared.
Tell you sorry. Tell you sorry, Joker.
I'm sorry.
I need to knock him out.
I need to knock it out.
Who we got? Come on, y'all ready? Come on up closer. Y'all ready? Hold on. Y'all ready? Hold on. Focus. Y'all ready? Come on. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Come on. Ra-ah-ah-ha, the little children. Ooh. All the children of the congregation. Ooh. Red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. Ra-ah-ah, the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home! I'll have you.
Armor, but I know my weapons aren't gonna be carnal to win this warfare. They mighty through Yahuwah, cause in the end, I look to be with him a troop way better than Hawaii and Aruba. Imagine you staring down the barrel, right up on your shooter, delete you using a finger, like he typing on computers, kill you in cold blood that you die. But in the future, the heritage of his people will rise up to see Yahusha.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with Yahuwah, the day is my time. The day is my time. Pray my soul go with him, the day is my time. The day is my time. No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with Yahuwah, the day is my time. The day is my time. Pray my soul go with him, the day is my time. The day is my time. Say you who's just on the main line. Tell them what you want. I say you who's just on the main line. Tell them what you want. Yahusha's on the main line, so call him up. That call is long distance, so you best make sure you got enough. So your call won't get declined, you won't get a second time. There's a lot of folks that's waiting, I suggest you get in line. Look, you sitting there, it's bad enough. Why you keep standing like this when they mad enough? He gon' bring you up as soon as he mad enough. But you think this is the game, so keep laughing. I can only speak for me, cause I don't know nothing. could be your family, could be your health, but all your healing is in him. Better make sure before you call that your lifestyle is in check, cause if not, when you make that call, he gon' hit reject.
Tell your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. I said your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. Your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. I said your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want.
Yo, Hoosier on the main line, call him up, tell him what you want. Is it that Ruach HaKodash's best you go and tell him up front, cause he ain't got time for the games and shit. He looking for a marriage, not a fling, it's a relationship. The road to Qatar is broad but narrow, is that way to him. So you ought to be careful choosing sides and know what lane you pick. You in the HOV, I'm in the right, maintaining speed. No cocaine and weed, amazingly how we were chose before the Arabs became the beat. So if I take the lead, it wasn't I, it was ordained by he. Don't be mad, it gotta just be the way it is. Say la vie, wait and see on how this tree will grow. My Aki be patient. He called me out of the soil and I rose up to the occasion. Chosen out of the nations, Yahuwah mold us and made us to cry out and call on her. Before a phone was created, Yahushua Mashiach, my hope through this tribulation. He calling me through a text, I got that notification.
Tell your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. I said your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. Your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. I said your hoosiers on the main line, tell them what you want. Call them like you want it, and call them like you need it.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
His rod and his staff where my comfort at. Keep me conformed to this world, ain't no time for that. But I'ma stand firm on this word and won't turn. Why these niggas fold like some paperbacks? Music scene was getting cold, that's why I grabbed heater. I set the table with a beat, now it's time to eat up. That the bar till I'm full and I regurgitate the same thing that the apostle, now that's an aftertaste. I'm spitting my shali, but you don't get it. Exercise my amunah, survival of the fittest. And it's essential cause it's helping me grow. I got the sun and the water of stone. If he anoint me with his oil, then I know it's all for my burial. Told you don't touch his anointing, so he ain't sparing you. I just want my life to become so I can see his face in peace when he finally comes.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest. Yahuwah is my shepherd, turn my nefash over into his hand like I threw an interception. Towards Shamayim, look to him for direction, but while I'm on this earth, still maneuver with a weapon. Keep a strap on the side, cover from Yahuwah like the staff in the ride. And I don't wanna shoot you cause I'd rather think above all the actions of my life. Green passions I'm alive, in the shadow I abide as I travel with the squad. The path is so deep, Elohim take the wheel, I'm in the passenger seat. Used to be one of the boys who wanted to run with boys until I seen y'all was only pastoring sheep. Now my whole outlook is different, like a nigga fresh home and he out from prison. Two with a calm and sure to follow. If I'm about his business, well forever in his house, I'm with it. Let's get it.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to
Tell
rest.
yourself he's with me. He won't forget me. Though you can't see it, just believe it.
Let's get it.
Hit with another one.
This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like who's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like who's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. I apologize to you for all my inconsistency. It was only with you because the sin I did consistently. But when I turn to Yahoo and I start to read, your ear is not heavy, your head is not short, but it's all of my iniquity that comes between us and causes such a great separation, and leave me on my knees praying, making supplication. Cause if sin is my disease, I need your medication. Scribe me your top with an extra dose of patience. Cause I'm waiting on your Ruach HaKodesh to dwell inside of me. Don't leave me to my own desire, come and take the driver's seat. Cause all my tip was on Yahushua, who's my all in all. So when it's hard, I tell myself, this time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. I appreciate you if you say this is encouraging. I'm glad I helped you, but I wrote this to encourage me and keep me reminded of the con that I was finding before I ever started sticking, before I was ever even minded. In my ignorance, Yahuwah chose to wink at me. Can't pretend that I heard truth and started changing instantly. It came with some struggles and a lot of back and forth till you in a position where you're forced to finally stop and make a choice. So glad I chose Yahushua HaMashiach to be my help, to be your light unto my feet and be your guide unto my steps. Please don't let me fall, yeah. Please don't let me fall. Please don't let me fall, yeah. Please don't let me. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I
what the book tellin', what the book tellin', what the book tellin'. Take me back to the old way, old way. Make my life better, man. Take me back to the old way, y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Take me back to the old way, y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. Nah, yo, who this standing tall? Purchase rule, I scare protection just to spot out all you fraud. Y'all Jim Duggan with the scripture. Shout told me about you brawlers. Got to rise cold high. Make it plain so I can follow. Take me back to the old way. All these niggas gay. Yo, who the better wake up these baggage decision makers? Got all people in a trance. Purses, blouses, skinny pants. Emasculating all men. Now we got stay at home dad. Immaculate education. So glad to receive they papers. Too busy breaking their lunch. Now we done forgot how to hunt. It's a lion out there. We used to control the jungle. Each can't subdue the arouse if y'all ain't planted in our hearts.
Yeah, on y'all 616, it'll enhance my journey. Find out order the meaning to dispatch to transform me.
Call me Cam Hardaway, crossing over Ivory. Coming up with broken ankles, please don't try to guard me. Take me back to the old way, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Take me back to the old way, y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Dehumanization taking place, I see it. Paint my people as savage so that they can delete us. Breathe this of a human being and used to simplifying the fraction. Nasty crackers, bastards, passion. We could tell just by your action. Shook her arm, body stacking. Media outlets got us slacking. We got the target, hope you pack. Place gon' burn, then that's a fact. You get the gas, I get the match. Take a slashing. Courtesy of the North Gatekeeper. Shaman Yim extravaganza. In the rule, I kiss my ticket.
Say you ain't out with your hooter, you don't apologize, man. You like a nigga at a country club, you know you can't get in.
What's your alternative? Dead ends. Think it's time to switch your route. Ryan I. Smith navigation headed to paradise, no doubt. You can trash the side ladder. Our example in your code. But I had this on my life. It should've been on no recall. You were headed for a fall. Make my way to the top proper. Kai in a modern shawl. Label me no thief or robber. Now take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber, no thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber.
Bag of rich life, come from a different cloth, nigga.
Let me talk to him. Yahuwah is my everything. I ain't got no plan B, intentionally severed it. No plan B. Obedient until the end, grow to full stature, completing all my measurements. Obedient. Call that development, building up my Amunah, real estate investments. Building up. We not like the GUI, we Yehudi, honest on the sheen, better than your best friends. You need to pay attention. I'm serious about this ministry. Quick to hear, choose my words skillfully. Rich life and mag on the track, showing niggas how to display ability. I got a reward, I do this willingly, and we not the same. You the fraud, believe in white imagery. I'm waiting on y'all, and I already know my time on the rocks. Limited, behaving judiciously.
Before we get to the sun, we gotta see the rain. Take a puff of the medicine just to ease the pain. While we waiting on y'all, they wait to see the flames. We are not the same. We not the same. We all made from the same flesh, we just cut different. Your Hootie gang be heavy duty like truck engines. They lightweight, they might break. It's fluff in them, sweet like cake. They type fake, they love fiction. Hate the truth and love the lies. I'm Aubrey, crossed over the other side. Sinner life ain't suit me, I had to cut the ties. Live a clean life, dog, I don't go duck and hide. So when my number call, I won't hang up the line. I'll pick up, here, well done. Now come abide and come inside in the mild coupe that he prepared for the Yahudim. If he limited seats there, we made Kohanim. He ain't giving us cheap gear. A crown from Elohim and white rose what we wear. I see clear since I left the Kashak behind. Now I'm looking up, waiting on the Shema to shine. Before we get to the sun, we gotta see the rain. Take a puff of the medicine just to ease the pain. While we waiting on Yah, they wait to see the flames. We are not the same. We not the same.
Nothing short of greatness. Live forever, my rock of the ages. Creator of the nations. By your wisdom, you laid the foundation. By your son, redeemed man from the stain of. We fell by Adam, through Mashiach will raise up. Not to be ashamed of, I bow the knee to my judge. Elohim, save us. You're worthy. Captain, place me on your team, grant me a jersey. Let me get specific. I want a glorified body in the home where I won't become thirsty. You're so merciful. May I have a little time, your servant Ryan Mack would get personal. I know you're not a man, may you please barack me with Kayi irreversible.
He's nothing short of amazing, but I was that dude, so lewd that I abhorred your greatness. Fast food, I took orders from Satan, co-signing with folks lying in fornication. You used to find me, catch me in your daughter's basement. Get it in, then I get out before morning came in. Then it's off to the bus stop on the corner waiting. Now I'm knocking at you, who was doing? I'm patient. Waiting on that Barak to come. Redemption of my soul high and I ain't got the funds. So I'm looking up, waiting on the Abba son. We know it's Yahushua and the proper tongue. Many times it's Shabbat the sung. A race we gotta run till time expire and the clock is done. Many call but not select to shoot they shot in the resurrection, but they get rejected like you blocking dunks. Yahushua the Lamb, my salvation. True creator, I'm his creation. Yahuwah Elohim, rock of the ages. Most high, the ruler of all nations. Nations, nations, ruler of all nations. Nations, nations, ruler of all nations. Yahuwah Elohim, rock of the ages. Most high, the ruler of all nations.
Crazy. Jay Rich. You know your time about to expire. True Jews, yeah, we fighting lies. You ain't equal with the Yahudim. You ain't the people of Elohim.
Tell them what's on your heart. The moment I've been awaiting. We've been lied to too many generations. Wasn't told how these Gentiles is faking. It's in Kazum, you changed the revelation. So y'all's people listen up. Possess your souls and your patience. He knows our works, poverty and tribulation. None equal with the Yahudim. Only one people of Allahim. So y'all are synagogue of Satan. We are the Abarim. Y'all a Yiddish nation. Let's walk through the book, flip through the pages. I got a question. Did you get here on slave ships? Scattered about, mixed in with strangers? When did your life hang in doubt and you been in danger? Did Yahuwah root you out the land in his anger? Deliver you from Pharaoh's hand with great temptation? Or are you just imitating?
Your time is about to expire. True Jews, yeah, we found them all liars. You ain't equal with the Yahudim. You can't be the people of Elohim. We seen in Bereshit chapter 10. You ain't from Shem, you from Japhet and them. No better than the Christian, go back with them. Know our identity, so we had to part with them.
Tell them about the truth, it's heavier than cinder blocks. Why you walk around with them Shirley Temple locks? And it's unorthodox, your work sickening. Baby penis in your mouth for the circumcision? Why make them stumble in judgment, earn vision? What's worse, you or worthless Christian? Let me see, both of your works are wicked, plus they dead. Get a hearse and mortician, still sinning, and they got the nerve to mention verses from Tahalim's 23rd division. One observing Christmas, the other Hanukkah, wearing a yarmulke, praying, but he designed a Yahoo. So we look to the Malacca peace from above. Will one day come and judge, make you bow at our feet, to show you we the ones we love. If you wanna see, you gotta get with us.
Your time is about to expire. True Jews, yeah, we found them all liars. You ain't equal with the Yahudim. You can't be the people of Elohim. We seen in Bereshit chapter 10. You ain't from Shem, you from Japhet and them. No better than the Christian, go back with them. Know our identity, so we had to part with them. One thing I know, Yahuwah run the show. True Yahudim gonna be the first one at the door. Calling all fakes, the real has stepped in the building. Keep it 100, and now we not sparing feelings. Ashkenazis have been cast out. Soup both along in the kitchen. Y'all said he cutting off those epistles. On the wall, that's where I stand. Don't get mad cause I know where I'm from and who I am. Yeah.
What other people fulfill this Bible? Why are you sitting around letting the hypocrite, lying seminary teachers sit around and teach you that you're a Gentile? Why are you letting them sit around and teach you that other people are who you're supposed to be when the Bible couldn't tell you that we tried them and said they'll do? We find them life.
That's right.
I hear my people crying, I see my people dying, living and feel like that's all when they face Goliath. Trapped inside these churches, full of lies and curses, trying to get to our land where Yahuwah birthed us. This is America, this land ain't free for me. Seeing our women sell their body just to make it meat. Kids needing food to eat, young falling in the streets, robbing our elders that's living in poverty. There used to be a time when we wanted for nothing, living in comfort. Elohim wasn't who we trusted, but we forsook our rock and chose another path. He sold us to these sinners in this foreign land. Time to bethink ourselves, forsake these idol gods, confess our sins and for correction we will take the rod. Then we can take our journey to where we belong. Our Balaam is crossing over from parts unknown.
I remember the time that I was yours and you were mine not long ago. Now my heart is torn. I'm all alone. Sitting here it hurts, we've been dispersed. Please take us back where we belong. Don't far from home.
It's by your wisdom and understanding. We sitting stranded, you left off, we've been abandoned. Didn't keep the law, statutes, the 10 commandments. Forget the American dream, let these sinners have it. Cause it's sin you vanish, and your face was hid. Broken vows of breaching this relationship. But Zion said, well, Elohim forsake his kids. Not if we get back in our proper place, and return the hearts. Then we'll see him come gather all of us that are scattered to the furthest part of the iris that's under the Shamayim. Bring us back as one nation under Elohim. Will you rule as governor and Malakim? Now I see it's all part of your plan. Me engraved on the palm of your hand. Don't forget your pilgrims, strangers and foreigners in this land.
I remember the time that I was yours and you were mine not long ago. Now my heart is torn. I'm all alone. Sitting here it hurts, we've been dispersed. Please think us back where we belong. Though we're far from home, moving to parts unknown.
We're taking back our kids and taking back our wives. Headed back to the land where Abraham thrived. So many times they cheated, so many times they lied. We should have bust their head on the 10th time.
At any end times, you coming back, no forewarning. But not before you gather us from the four corners of the red. Far from home, we messed up, but like a dog in a bone, come and fetch us.
I remember the time that I was yours and you were mine not long ago. Now my heart is torn, I'm all alone. Sitting here it hurts, we've been dispersed. Please take us back where we belong. Though we're far from home, moving to parts unknown. Parts unknown. Parts unknown.
Oh shoot, it was 7 p.m. Yo, I got the roll, cuz.
Buck roll.
Y'all, 7 p.m. time to slide in the service. 7:15, we almost live in person. 7:30, we gonna give them rhymes in the worship. 8 o'clock, we stop, it's time to dive in the verses. Chapter in the book, we look, finding our purpose. The fine print connect without writing in cursive. These girls spend time go pricing them purses. So worth way more than the price of a Birkin. I'm learning, you can go out splurging, get these things. But what's the point? You ain't saved, your sin remain. They look at cool and wanna shift the blame. But now you got space, go and make a different change. And if you don't, well, then it's a shame. Sinners wanna vibe, I'm on a different wave. Niggas headed to the pit of rage. Driving down the highway to hell, who's gonna tell them go and switch your blades? Huh? And if we tell them where they listen still, all they care about spinning blocks and hitting drills. We used to worry about lynch mobs and getting killed. The feeling now my own people turn me to Emmett Till. We sat down and we ate, it's time to flip the bill. Oh, you ordered kata? That's an expensive meal. And Yahuwah ain't forget, he just kept passing on the debt while we slept, he gave us Benadryl. Now Elohim waking us up, Yehudi first, if you ain't that, you taking a dump. We was under the hood, you just spacing the trunk. Meaning we keep this thing moving, you just space for the jump. Nigga, go and get it right while it's still a chance. Stop spinning around, you ain't still a fan. Yeah, you need a ruach in that inner man before you punch out of that clock of life and kick the can. Don't need to have a hook to say my song is tough. I'ma let you go, I know I held you long enough. Yehudi gang to death, that's all we got is us. Leave these snakes in the back and let them wash my dust. Yehudi gang to death, that's all we got is us. Leave these snakes in the back and let them wash my dust.
Yehudi gang till death. It's a movement.
This that summertime flow, go ahead and drop the roof. The ball keep me in the way, ooh, I like Shamu. Maintain good works, can't ban no rotten fruit. Fresh bees, purge from sin, I got the juice. It's steady knowledge I'm dropping, this they cannot dispute. I write my verses while making it plain, Kabakook. So for he that is reading it, he can go and run. Hope and trust, believing in the only son. So once you done getting down to this tune and you grooving, my laws that you grow, get grounded and rooted. You down with the movement, then count up the cost all the way to the end. Seeking win a crown for your cross. Unto him who really believes it's worth it. He'll fight, do all that he can, cause no man can work in the night. So now I stand, cause the Lamb give you purpose in life. His demands weigh like a gram, his burden is light. Yahusha's arms and the vine at all times, like Yehukanon. Had to get away from everything I knew was wrong and tell sin bye, bye, like poof be gone. No magic tricks and it don't require no backward flips. Not complicated, just have some patience, relax and sit. Abide in the vine or else get cast in the pit, smoking like a cancer stick. Now you a branch that's lit. Down in hell instead of on top of the hill. We fell on the rock, that same rock it'll kill. If it fall on us, it'll turn us all to dust. So we seek the Ruach HaKodesh to get properly sealed. And they like, how you do that there? Winter and summer the same, bearing fruit all year. This is what happens when it's by the rivers you planting. Sin is the problem, well, let me give you the answer. Abide, abide, abide. Yahusha, he the savior, and he be the mediator of the new covenant. Still here and going nowhere. I'm staying under him like underwear. The sun I wear as a covering. Disguise myself, I put on Yahusha. The army of Yah, I'm pushing on like a trooper. Salute the all of Kadash, lift up your hands and make sure you don't become a withered branch. Abide, abide.
Yahudi gang till death. It's a movement.
Yeah, we gon' ride on them, YG, we gon' ride, Yes, sir, we in here, okay. Look, check, look, food shortages like some form of a famine coming. So tell me what you gon' do to feed your family stomach. You gon' stand up like a man, or you plan on running when you need a market shop at Sam's and even access Publix. FEMA coming, they rounding you up in massive numbers. Is you gonna be a thinker or a passive puppet? So we plotting, but we can't discuss it. The phone tap, plus the camp got our own rats that can't be trusted. But to go out from it showing they wasn't with us and throw away in the box over a dumb decision. Cut the bridges, but we move forward. Still conduct our mission, Operation Salvation, even if we shoved in prison. Yeah, we gon' ride in these tough conditions. It's only one life, one hope, and one religion. We keep going like a run on sentence, point blank, period. Either you predator or become the victim. All I need is on my side. Your word be my guide. Until the day I die. All I need is on my side. Your word be my guide. Until the day I die. Till we laid the rest. Think we gonna lose? Go and place your bet. Every weekend, it's strategic. We playing chess, but we ain't putting kings in check. We only here to tame the flesh. Y'all deem a major threat. Our senses recovered. He woke us up out of our sleep in the midst of our slumber. Now these haters gonna throw shade like tent in the summer. Cause we stand tall, ride high, we sitting in Hummers. For the one sitting above us, you know we gotta slide. Yahusha HaMashiach, yeah, he showed us how to rise. Stood 10 toes down, dog. The only son was tried, but endured to the end. Son know we had to die, and his homies left beside. Only so the book could be fulfilled. Sheep scattered, little shortly after. Once the leaders killed, use your brain. Most do the same. I just keep it real, but I'ma ride when it's good and tough times even still. All I need is on my side. Your word be my guide. Until the day I die. YG, get down and lay down. It's a takeover, nigga. Who you with, who you with, who you with, huh? Who you with, who you with, who you with, what? Yeah, you know the book, Halim 2, come and kiss the bin. Lest his wrath start to kindle, now the sun is pissed. Imagine hearing another man name get uttered from your chick during sex. Now you vexed, you thinking about another dude. How you think you who would feel? Had it with your other shit, cheating with these foreign gods. You forgot his government name? Man, it's a shame, false side of worship. We entertain, whipping the range, glistening chains. But he ain't got a problem with you getting these things. But when things got you, it's a problem. This I'll explain. In that time of darkness, when you hit the grave, you need something that stand against the flames. Fire retardant. Ruach HaKodesh, the only thing survive is awesome. A seed gotta die for it to rise up from the garden. Your past ground, your pardon. The chaff feel the leaf, but it'll gather up the wheat when it's time for the harvest. Who you with? 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 Who you with, huh? Who you with? 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 What? Who you with? Is it Yahudim or the enemy? Allahim or Satan, ain't no in between. You hearing me? Play for the Yahudim or the winning team. No, bro, I'm not confused. I know exactly what I mean. Won't see me getting tipsy. I ain't drunk on that lean. Keep a clear mind. I ain't high. I know what I believe. Aki, I'm sober. Weight of the world be on top of my shoulders. And I need help. Got a flock full of soldiers. Best believe we fighting. Rocking with a team of Vikings. And they not from Minnesota. Defending we fight. Plus consent to what's right. It's more to it than just getting on mic. Spit what we write. But when it comes down to mine, on my enemy's life is no decision. Yo, she go in the kitchen, get me a knife, and I'm cutting them off. These religions like dice, but I'm I ain't trying to deal with nothing that's false. Jewish and Christian alike, I throw them up like a ball and care less the first one of them fall and poke them off. Who you with? 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 Who you with, huh? Who you with? 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 What? Who you with? Is it Yahudim or the enemy? Allahim or Satan, ain't no in between. You hearing me? Who you with? Who you with?
Every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us,
Yahudi,
or you are with the terrorists. Either you're with us, either you love freedom and with nations which embrace freedom, or you're with the enemy. There's no in between. You're either with us or you're with the enemy. That's clear. I will continue to make that clear.
Yahudi. Yahudi gang till dead. It's a movement.
Yeah. J Rich. YG, we back. How we roll, huh? This is how we roll, huh? This is how we roll. Stand 10 toes down, never fold. We don't fold. Only here for the saving of our souls. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Ask for your help, now get it on our own. Navigation set and our destination home. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. They desire to get the sheep in these city streets. Wanna see you slack and get caught lacking, you getting fleeced. Wolves on the hunt, they found Yahusha sending meat. He became the meal and yet still was a centerpiece. I paint the picture you call, I'm making it clear. Dinner was on it too, they was stripped naked, they stared. Only way this could happen, they table was made a snare. Accomplishing things Dawood already said in prayer. Where 69th division of Tahalim, it was written. By the mouth of our great Nabaim, yeah, he pinned it. Shaul came and confirmed, gotta be second witness. No excuse for the world where Allahim can condemn it. Yeah, look, every eye gonna see him and I believe it. They start hit the scene in his 90 next to the heathens. Eternal fire, he heated. They crying and they bereaving. Drive by on that cloud, we riding and screaming. This is how we roll. Stand 10 toes down, never fold. We don't fold. Only here for the saving of our souls. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Ask for your help, now get it on our own. Navigation set and our destination home. the same ones hating, they be fake or cat. Because Yahusha gave his life and he ain't draw back. That's how we roll. Every decision about his soul, but the world don't give a f. Them niggas out of control. But me, I go consider get wisdom out of the scroll. Don't wanna burn when I get a beat kicked up out of his fold. Yeah. And since my sight is limited, hard to see like driving at night out of that tinted whip. But I got a preacher who make it plain. My vision fits, easy to follow and read. That's good penmanship. It's benefits that come with serving the land. What it be? Eternal Kai, I won't burn in the end. Might catch me on 20, I'm swerving the bins. But in this lane, the only thing I be curving is sin. This is how we roll. Stand 10 toes down, never fall. We don't fall. Only here for the saving of our soul. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Ask for your help, now I get it on our own. Navigation set and our destination home. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
These people done came here, they know they don't belong over there. They know they standing on stolen property. No, I told you know how you affected them, how you got him to move? Economics. I told you black people before, white people only understand two things, violence and economics.